stupidness continues. How we doing tonight, folks?
What's up, bitches?
Welcome back to Rage and Ink, episode 22, as you see in the description down below. Just why? Why? And as you see as well, my usual
What's up,
co-host.
bitches?
I don't have an answer about him at all.
My balls, your chin. It'll be alright in the morning, I promise. Why?
Also on Skype we have Foulmouth Bobbit and Drew with us as well. How you two doing from the other show?
Good. Just trying to cool off here.
Yeah, that was an interesting ending.
Just one question I've got.
Okay.
Now that Toys R Us is shutting down, who's going to molest me with the new Power Rangers?
What did you say?
Oscar will take care of that.
What?
Okay, cool beans.
What?
He asked who's going to molest him with the new Power Rangers.
I don't understand.
You don't want to. Trust me.
The fuck are you talking about?
It's what you did to me last night, Ben.
Oh, good lord. I did not molest you. The fuck is wrong with you? I did not molest you. What about Power Rangers?
The new Power Rangers.
So why
because Toys R Us is closing.
Oh. Toy.
Toys R Us is closing because they are bankrupt.
Toys R Us.
Uh-huh.
It'll be okay. I promise.
How does a company with a non-perishable product go out of business?
They spent all their money in the wrong spots.
And didn't evolve.
Dancing balls. By him.
Yes, he is, Gina. He is indeed.
Yes.
It's going to be interesting for the rest of the night, that's for sure.
And I'm drinking.
Yeah, and as you can see, I kind of stole his hat.
Kind of pissing me off.
Too bad.
I'm gonna have to get her one now.
But a Ravens one, not a Packers one.
What? The Packers went out of business.
I said a Ravens one, not a Packers one.
Go back to Baltimore.
I've never been in Baltimore.
Well, I mean, I'll have to go to Madison and pay $30 for you to have a fucking Baltimore Ravens hat, and I'll pay for it, and it will be purple too.
It better be.
Tell me what to do, son of a. I will get her a hat. I actually got that at Walmart. Walmart special. Yeah, I've got to go get my yearly hat for baseball season, so. Because that's going to be rolling right around next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Packers went out of business.
So
You went out of business.
So who is it this year, JP? The Red Sox or Yankees? I'm kidding.
Who's going to win? The Brewers.
They haven't
No,
been really good
not
so
me.
far. Preseason.
When you said you got to get your yearly baseball hat, I'm like, who is it this year? The Red Sox or Yankees?
No, Brewers. I don't root for any other teams, but. Oh, no. She will never wear purple and gold together. Ever. Never.
Okay.
Purple and white is fine. Purple and gold, no. Not in this house.
Okay.
Well, that's Minnesota Vikings
Okay.
colors. You said what? What did I say? I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I just said okay.
What the fuck does that mean, Gina? What does skull mean?
It's a Viking toast.
It's a chew. Its skull is it's you put it in your lips, and it burns your lips, and it rots your teeth.
No, before it was that, it was actually a congratulatory statement in
Okay,
Norwegian.
I don't know why everybody's got to yell at me. Sorry. I was just asking. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Exactly what Gina said.
That's why I said, okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
I'm also part Norwegian, so.
She said I'm part Norwegian.
Norwegian.
She's part Norwegian. She forgot the R. R. She's a pirate.
I am from New York. The only time we use the R is when we say New York.
Yeah, bullshit. It's New York.
That's in the city.
You should hear her. You should hear her talk when she like gets all fucking. That's not what they do it in New York. What the fuck are you talking about?
New yolk. That's what I get every time I crack an egg. Every time I crack an egg, I get a new yolk.
I know, right? The fuck kind of weird shit is that? Oh my god.
To both of you.
happy days. Schmeisel, Hassenpfeffer Incorporated.
So there's the start of the show for you.
He's talking
How about I get you a
Carolina
Bowflex in?
He's talking about the Carolina Panthers, Elias. It's football, American football. You know that?
Not soccer.
Not hockey. You're talking about the Florida Panthers.
Get you a Bowflex in Green Bay colors.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Not on my show.
Let it fucking go!
Not on my show.
If we're talking hockey, then go Predators.
There you go. They do have the Panthers logo or whatever.
Well, it's not the first time a team
Sabretooth.
It's not the first time a team has stolen a logo. Just look at the difference between the Mets and the Yankees.
What?
It's not the first time a team has stolen a logo. Never mind. He's gone.
Yeah.
The Yankees have a top hat, and the Mets have a fucking Metropolitan skyline.
Yes. Top hat.
Top hat. Are you playing Monopoly over there?
That's their logo. Laughing at me. God damn, I'll fucking prove you motherfuckers wrong. You're talking about their hats where they have the NY.
Yes.
Well, okay. Excuse me. I'm just a dumbass. I'm just a girl.
Yep.
No, I'm not just a girl.
New team in the NFL this year. The New York Monopoly Men.
Did you... The what? The New York?
Mm.
Did you say New York? Men?
Monopoly Men.
Oh, Monopoly.
So it's the Monopoly guy with a bunch of eggs thrown at him.
Hey, that's New York in general. What are you talking about?
Szechuan ribs.
Mm. You gotta stop doing that.
I'm so sorry. Barry Richter played for the Carolina Hurricanes. I liked Barry Richter. Barry Richter is a great defensive player. Played for the University of Wisconsin. Hey, Bobbitt. You got something right here. You got something right here. Alright, fine. Just leave it there. I don't care. Sexual ribs. No, I did not say sexual ribs. Ha!
He said Szechuan ribs.
I said.
He's not the only one, and Gina's sober.
I don't even. What did I say?
Szechuan ribs.
Welcome to episode 1 of JP's
Chinese ribs,
Fucked
that's
Up.
What you said.
Okay, I said Szechuan ribs. No, it's not what I said.
Yes, it is.
Szechuan
I can. If you want, unmute and rewind it. You can hear yourself. No, yeah, actually, I better do that for you later. But
Oh my lord. Rewind. Okay, I don't need nothing.
But he has this habit of mentioning food.
Sexual hips? That's not funny. Actually, it was. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, you're trying to do a show and I'm just sitting here making an ass out of myself.
Oh dear
You
God.
always do.
Hips don't lie.
You know?
Especially his.
Oh, they don't. Never mind.
It's sexual, baby.
However,
Mm.
alright. He has this habit of mentioning food. Even after we've had dinner, it makes me hungry again.
Where this dick? Just kidding. I'll shut up.
I mean, he knows how to.
Anyway, as I've been trying to start this show, and we've been on the air for 13 minutes now.
I got sexual dibs.
On what?
I don't know. I'll figure that out later. On Oscar.
His fucking right hand.
No, you don't. I got dibs on that shit.
He's
You
an
got
Oscar.
dibs on her shit? Well, you can have her shit all you want.
You know what I mean, you jackass.
Apparently the show's not going to be about retail needing experience.
Yeah, apparently not. Because everybody else is just off on their own little tangent here tonight. Especially that one there. Oh, you. Just remember, you are sitting in the perfect position for a ball shot. No, I did not hit
More
them,
ball
but I
shot.
came close.
More ball shots. Do we have TSS in here for this?
We should be getting it shortly. Now that you mentioned his name.
What? Did someone say my name? What do you guys eat? I'm here.
What's going on?
Gator's not in the room anymore, I don't think.
Gator!
No, he's not in here.
There he is. Come on, Gator. Fuck off.
He's such a dick.
Come on.
Gator! Come on.
He doesn't even fucking listen to me anymore.
He likes me more.
Now the dog sees you are not jumping up here. Sorry, where were you?
It would kind of help. I feel like I'm at a school for the special needs. Popo?
Please.
Oh. So yeah, we know the hood's gonna stop using that word. But anyway, the title of the show, as you can see on YouTube, just not here because there's too much to type. Why in the world are some retail places asking not only for bachelor's degrees, which is just like, why?
That's mine.
Fuck off. But also asking you to have at least 2 years or more experience in the field.
Copyright infringement. Don't spit your Mountain Dew all over the computer. Sorry, I'll shut up. Anyway, go ahead. Oh, you're just waiting for an answer.
No, not really.
Oh,
It's just, it makes no sense to me. Always gotta be one to fuck it up.
no? Oh, shit.
No, somebody beat you to it. Where? As much as I'm picking on him, I have to get drunk and play World of Warcraft for you guys one day and stream it. That shit's fucking hilarious.
You can.
Thank you, Gina.
Yeah, you
I-
can.
Not anymore. You need it. You need experience in the food industry. You do.
Do you cook at home?
No.
Well, then you need experience. Better make me a pot pie. I'm just kidding.
You
That's
get
a,
TV dinner pot pie. How about that?
that's a story for another day. It might be a story for tonight. Who knows?
We'll see how the show goes. But honestly, I mean, when I was still living in New York, before I got the job at Harley, I was trying to apply for a job at Walmart.
Here in town.
No, at home.
Oh.
When I was back in New York. And there, trying to do the application, they only have the online application.
Yeah.
And they won't let you skip the bachelor degree part because apparently you need to have one. Meanwhile, going to the electronics department, shush.
Well, I was just gonna ask this question. Then how in the fuck are they able to hire high school students? Because I see high
That's-
school students working there.
Oh, that's
This
I,
one.
this is what I was going to get to.
Okay, go ahead.
Meanwhile, because it gets even better, my mom and I go into the electronics department because she needed a new iPod. So, why not? Anyway. And what do we have? What do we see working in that department? 18-year-old crackhead.
That's Walmart.
Like, there's no way you can tell me by looking at this woman that she was not into some form of drug abuse in her life. Oh no. He found the emojis. Those in the chat, I am so sorry. He found the emojis. Oh dear Lord. Yeah. We're gonna have a Ruby moment at a JP. And he was quite happy about finding the emojis because all I heard from this part of the room was, oh, yes! She's like, wait, I didn't hear that since last night. What the hell's going on here? Oh, there's Ginger and Juice. I've missed you, Nick. How you been?
Who's Ginger?
Ginger.
What's up? Better not be that guy. Just kidding. I'm sure you're not.
Speaking of addiction, we all know one person who has that.
We are Ginger. How's it going, man? I am high as fuck right now, and not because I smoked dope. I've got a bad back. Sorry, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Hopefully the popo don't show up.
Bobbit, you may continue.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm just saying that we all know somebody who's got an addiction.
To married men?
Well, to cocks in general.
What?
He's talking about Tiffany. And the fact that she can't keep it in her pants, but yet blames it on any
What, she
man
has
that.
it? She has
Yeah,
it? She
yeah,
has
shit. No, you fucking stop it. She can't keep it in her pants, but yet sits there and complains that it's all the men that can't keep it in theirs. I'm sorry, honey, but you go around talking to these people first. So you find out about their lives and their relationships before you decide to open up them legs for them. So just saying.
Or she has a dick.
Detachable vibrating one, yes. She did show it to me.
Well,
I'm
see,
not happy
what I
at
like
that
to
moment.
know is, well, what in the hell is her, like, you would think when she spread the legs open that it would smell like the sea.
I'm sorry, Bobbit, what was that?
You would think when she opens up the legs, like it would smell like a Japanese fish market.
Or like low tide.
Exactly. What? How the hell is she getting all this?
Well, remember, she does take him to a bar first, so they're too drunk and horny to really know the difference.
So she does the Cosby thing. Okay, I got you.
Only she doesn't use pills.
The dolphins cry. Gina says the dolphins cry when she opens her legs.
Yes, they do, Gina.
What's up, Gator? You want to go out again? This dog is driving me fucking nuts. In and fucking out. He's worse than a fucking kid.
Oh, your mom might be home.
I just pooped.
I am not cleaning it up.
I didn't poop my pants. I farted. I shat myself. Sorry, people. I'm obnoxious. I'll shut up.
That it does, Ginger. And to be completely honest with you, I'm very thankful for him bringing me here because we haven't had that issue. Okay, I don't know why you had to whisper that.
Yeah, it seems like our weather's got switched here. We got the Wisconsin weather, and y'all got the weather that we usually get. What the hell?
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers know how I feel like, and Gina especially. Y'all motherfuckers know how we feel now every fucking year. Every fucking year. Gina knows what I'm talking about. Oh, by the way, we're supposed to be getting a snowstorm. I guess Gina's going to be getting a snowstorm, and we're going to get it right after she does. So we ain't out of the woods yet. We're going to get a Midwestern, however the fuck they say that. We usually call them Alberta Clippers.
That's easier. Instead of a Midwesterner.
Why don't you just call him a snowstorm?
Well, it's like what happened with Joe Cronin with that bomb tornado. What?
Bomb tornado? Not a bomb tornado.
Or yes,
It was
a bomb blizzard or something like that.
No. What was it called? I remember. I don't fucking remember, but it's like a cyclone type deal. Whatever. My balls are chin. Bomb cyclone.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Thank
you. Boom.
The Trekipedia extends past the world of
How
wrestling.
different from a cyclone is that?
It's not. But it's called a bomb cyclone, not a bomb tornado.
Go find Toto and relax yourself, Dorothy.
She just called me fucking Dorothy. Unfucking
Somewhere over my dick hole.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck midgets too.
We represent.
Shut.
We're off to see the wizard.
I never seen him turn around that quickly.
Shit's not fucking funny. If so help me God, if I come back into this fucking room and there's a midget on my fucking TV, I'll flip my shit.
Set it up, set it up, set it up.
You know what to do, Heather. You know what to do.
I have no control over that. Oh dear God. Oh Jesus. I think he forgot that I could do those voices very well. I used to be able to do the Wicked Witch's voice, but I don't know if I can still do her voice. Oh no.
Give me the fucking shot glass.
They're actually there underneath the paper.
Son of a butter kiss. I don't have to get up too early tomorrow. It's okay.
You still have to drive tomorrow.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, better be.
On Sunday.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'll be fine.
Oh no.
Game the fuck on. You. What the fuck is he doing? Mother. Get it away.
You made your point, Drew. Don't look at it.
We represent the fuck with JP Guild, the fuck with JP Guild, the fuck with JP Guild.
Is it okay?
It is, just don't look at your computer.
We
Son of a bitch. There's two things I hate. Midgets and fucking Bowflexes.
I thought he was going to say loose pussy, but okay.
What? That's three things.
So you really hate Tophany, huh? She's got two of the three covered. We are in a state of not knowing what the fuck's going on, Ginger.
Exactly. It's too much. We are in Wisconsin right now.
Oh my god, Gina doesn't know the story. When she's done with the show, I'll tell the midget story again.
Oh. It's gonna...
What? Yeah, I'll tell the midget story again.
Yeah, he'll tell the midget story, and then I'm gonna make this... Before he does, I'm gonna make this little announcement. Because I keep picking on him with this statement, I'm gonna be making him a shirt in his store. His Teespring store. That just says, "Oh, you grew."
My huevos too. What the fuck does that? There's another thing that I fucking hate is fucking Mexican food.
But that's pretty much Spanish for my balls your chin.
Fair enough.
I believe.
If I ever get some Spanish fans, I'm gonna make that shirt. I guarantee it. So,
You have been away for a while, Ginger. We've missed you. You need to call into Foul Mouse as Ginger's father again. Or if you want to call into my show as Ginger's father, I don't
you can
care.
call into the show. Oh, good night. Oh, fucking.
Is this the one you talked to that night?
Considering he said she was good looking, I doubt it. It's gone.
Just make sure you look at your computer.
I don't think JP needs to check his DM then.
Get it away!
Don't look at your computer when you sit down. There we go. Gone.
Damn. Son of a. Fucker, I'm gonna fucking beat you. Son of a bitch. Cocksucker.
We could always bring up workout equipment again. If you'd rather. Alright, I'll give you your show back, Heather.
Just don't look at your... Just look at the chat, not the screen.
Trying. Well, the only way I can do that is if I shut this off. Can I do that?
No, actually, you're clear now. You're clear. Jesus Christ. So, go ahead, tell your story. So Gina's now looped in, as well as Ginger.
Oh, alright.
JP's
You're done?
looped, too.
I'm not done, but you know what? This story needs to be told for everybody to be in the loop as to
So-
why we are picking on him.
When I don't even know how long, 2002, 2004, or 2005, I was down in Virginia, over by Richmond, south of Richmond, Fort Lee, Camp Pickett type place. It's an army post. It was our last day of class. Everybody had passed all their classes. We were given a free day the next day to fucking go and celebrate. So we decided to go out the night after we took our test, and we decided to go to the bar. And at the time, you know, I was okay with little people. I was good with them. So what had happened is I like to drink a lot. And I like drinking tequila a lot. So a friend of mine's like, we're gonna get fucked up. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And I was young pup then. 2003, that was 14 years ago. It's 30. So I was throwing them back like a fucking champ. So I'm like, yeah. So we're in this bar, and I'm seeing all these little midgets in the bar. And I literally asked the bartender, and I wasn't trying to be mean. And he goes, I go, what is the deal? Why are there so many little people around here? And he's like, well, there's a midget colony just not that far away from here. And I'm like, oh, I might have to go check that out. I'm not going to do it. But he's like, well, they're just like a colony of midgets. Like, and I'm like, an Amish colony? It's like, kind of, sort of like, they live in a community, you know, whatever. So, I'm like, whatever. And I'm oblivious to everything. I'm drunk. Okay, I'm getting drunk. And we're doing shot after shot after shot after shot after shot of fucking tequila. And this one midget girl, I'm here. My buddy's right where Heather is, and then there's a wide open chair. And a midget girl, and she's good looking. She's a good looking girl. She sits down next to me, and I start talking to her. I'm like, hi, how are you? My name's, you know, blah, blah, blah. But you all know my name. I've said it many times. How you doing? She goes, pretty good. And we're having a conversation. I'm like, I'm going to tap that ass. I was going to fuck this midget like there was no tomorrow. Because I was a dick back then. In the day. I was a hoe. So I'm sitting there and fucking, I look at my friend starts talking to me, and I start talking to him. We're talking for like 10, 15 minutes, and he's like, I think he's trying to distract me from her, because he's like, dude, it's a midget, you don't want to fuck that. So he distracts me. I'm sitting there talking to him, you know, and the next thing I know, I look over, and she's up on the bar. She's standing up on the stool. Now, keep in mind, she's on the stool, and she's taller than me. Now, I'm 6'1" and a half, 6'2".
Might want to say you're 6'2".
6'1" and a half, 6'2", whatever. So she stands up on the fucking stool, leans over to ask the bartender for a drink. I look at her and I'm like, oh, you grew. She slaps me across the face. My friend takes me, he goes, dude, we gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm like, no, let's go dance. He's like, all right, let's go dance. So we're starting to dance and all this shit, and whatever. And I'm surrounded by midgets about 5 minutes later, and I'm oblivious to what is going on. That's how fucking drunk I am because of all of the alcohol I have consumed. I am sitting there dancing, and when he's like, dude, we gotta go. And I'm like, why? These midgets want to kick your ass. I'm like, why? He looks at me and he goes, you look at that one and said, ooh, you grew. He's yawning. So, needless to say, the midget colony all chased me out of the fucking bar, ran to the fucking van that we were at, and I thought they were going to kill us. Because they followed me out like a fucking, and they all fucking got in line and followed me out the fucking bar. It was a scary moment. To this day, I am deathly afraid of midgets. I don't want to have a midget near me. I don't want to be near a midget. And every time I see a midget, I lose my shit, as you have seen. I will tell you this, if I see a midget walking down the same side of the street I am, I put my head down and beeline it to the other side of the street. I don't care if I get hit by a truck. That's my midget story.
Well, given that it's now like the 10th time that Drew and Bobbin have heard this story, it's understandable, but there we go.
You'll never look at me in the same way ever again, Gina. I am not a racist person, but I'm deathly afraid of them. I'm scared of them. I'm afraid they're gonna come at me.
And there's gonna be a tent pitched over at Bobbitt's place very soon.
Since
Surprised the
Heather's
camera's
done it,
still on.
I'm not. I didn't say I was done.
Oh, okay, go ahead. I'm done.
Whoa, I didn't see that. What the fuck was that? Just keep it right there for five more seconds.
You son of a bitch. Fucking queer. Alright, hey.
That's because Drew just wanted the whole section to himself.
Damn it, I've been found out.
Alright.
So,
There you go. There's your midget story, people. Back to you, Heather. It's gonna be sunny tomorrow. Maybe not.
There's gonna be a 100% chance of midgets tomorrow.
Shut the fuck up. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Go ahead, Heather. Back to you.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't read that. But that face. No, it's not kind of that night. No, he just had one pill and then started drinking.
I did. Now I'm just continuously drinking, and it's continuously working.
He's not sharing the meal cuttings with me.
Yeah, she can piss off.
No sex for you then.
It's right fucking there. Fucking get it yourself. All you gotta do is say, "He can have some." Here, have some. You're gonna have to buy me a new bottle.
Like that's a problem.
No. All right. Hey, you're just gonna drink it right straight out of the bottle?
Well, considering you didn't give me the shot glasses along with it.
Well, ask for one. Goddamn. In this house, we ask for shit.
Can I have a pet midget? Oh, you say she's allowed to ask for shit, so
She cannot
no harm in
have.
asking.
No, that is one thing. Nothing will ever come inside of this house is a midget. If my mom started dating a midget, which she will never do because she's like 65, I'm out. If my brother, I would punt that midget across the street.
Wait.
Oh, here we go.
There's an age limit on dating midgets?
No, I'm just saying, which I don't.
Oh,
my mom
she's
will
65. She can't date a midget.
Never, I didn't say that. No, she can date whoever the fuck she wants, but not my house. It's not my house.
I was just gonna
It's not on the
say.
fucking lease. Just the motherfucker better not come across me because I will not come into the house. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I will disown my mom. I can't.
Now it just begs the question of: is it the fear or is it the envy that she actually banged one and he didn't?
Oh, no. I don't. Spider monkeys come at you like a spider monkey. What's his name? The fucking Ricky Bobby story. What's the grandpa's name?
Bobbit.
Chip.
Come at you like a spider monkey, Chip. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Sorry.
I've watched the movie once. I don't remember those kind of details.
So moving on. Where did I put my shot glass?
Behind you.
There it is.
The midget got it.
Midget monkeys.
Gender and Juice would fuck a midget.
So would JP until 1993.
No,
2003.
2004.
Oh, that too.
That Hashtag 10-hour stream.
The only difference is I control the stream.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
It's back to Heather.
Yeah, and back to the subject of the show, actually.
Thank God.
I mean...
So I had a bluefish. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Cold Bone Show has been timed out for 400 seconds.
I haven't said anything.
Why are you...
Yep.
Anyway. Ciao.
Oh no.
Oh, fucking Christ. I'm never gonna get this show started.
You did. You were talking. This show needs to be about midgets.
Apparently. In this case, it would be Raging Ink JP Styles. So.
Rage and Shrink.
You said you were bad with that, Tom. Anyway. But what it comes down to when it comes to retail, it's easy fucking work. Why do you need experience? You learn it as you go. I mean, Drew, you're in retail as well. You're on the vendor side. Do you need experience for that too, or?
It was kind of in the recommended column. They really weren't too super particular for me. I mean, I don't have a degree, so no. And like in the grocery stores, shit, as long as you don't do any illegal drugs, they'll take you.
Which I've been thinking.
And even then, as long as you can pass the piss test.
Which honestly, I've been thinking about just going across the street and putting an application in there. As a thought too.
It's cash flow.
I can get you in there for sure.
Oh, and not really.
I'm just saying.
Uh-huh. I'm not mad. Trust me, you'll know when I'm mad.
All right, we'll continue.
Stop interrupting me.
Not.
But again, why? When it comes to retail, why do you need experience? I mean, unless you're driving a forklift in the back and doing the heavy like warehouse kind of job end of the retail, then you shouldn't need experience.
You shouldn't even need experience for that. All you need is a fucking driver's license.
For driving a forklift?
Yeah.
What is experience, though?
Exactly.
You know, like, because the jobs that say must have 2 years experience in this field, and some fields all say that, like, must have 2 years experience. Well, how the fuck do I get my first 2 years experience if all you motherfuckers want 2 years of experience?
Well, it's like she goes into here. I'll use an example.
Mm-hmm.
That you can, and the Army taught me this. I'm not gonna. I'm just saying. You can say, well, did you detonate dynamite? I did it for 23 years. That could get me a fucking job. And I only did it once a fucking year, but I did it for 23 years. I only did it once a year for 23 years. I did it 23 times. I have 23 years of experience. I can say that.
Yeah.
They come back and say, my job says, all right, well, he has 23 years of experience. All you got to do when you're detonating a bomb is make sure that the fucking primer is in the right place. That's it. And make sure that you tie your knot in the proper place. That's it. Now,
Well, you only fuck up that sort of thing once.
No, I did it once a year.
No,
for
he's saying-
23
No, I'm saying-
years.
He's saying you can only fuck it up once.
Yes. Well, no. 'Cause
You don't
then
get a second chance.
But see, we continually practiced on it, though. But actually detonating explosives, we did it once a year for 23 years. Because I'll tell you this, dealing with the real thing and dealing with a dummy round is completely different. Because if you fuck up, it could blow up on you. If you do right. But I'll use a cooking thing. You go into McDonald's and you say, yeah, I'll come in as a cook. And they say, how many years of experience you have? And you put down 0. You cooked, right? Then you have cooking experience. You can put down, I have 23 years. They don't care where your cooking experience comes from. Just as long as you know how to cook. Because, I mean, everything's done by, at McDonald's, everything's done by timers anyway.
Most of the time, yeah.
So, why you would need a fucking bachelor's degree for fucking McDonald's blows my fucking mind. Why you would need... Can you push a button on a fucking register?
Well, that's the whole thing with McDonald's now. And Bobbit, you can back me up. A lot of their registers are just becoming pictures of the menu items. Right?
Yeah. She's right.
If you can't tell what a fucking Big Mac looks like, then you don't need to be fucking working at fucking McDonald's.
And they're
Hey,
saying,
Ruby! I should not talk right now.
Hi, Ruby!
Hi, Ruby.
and they said by 2019 we're gonna have touchscreen grills.
Well, there you go.
What do you got there, Rooster?
Uh-oh. She got a shirt. Did she get a shirt?
Bring a bunch of stuff on her. I don't know why. What have you got?
What did you
What
get?
have you got there?
Oh,
I
there it
don't
is.
know.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I don't need to show that to me.
I don't need to show that to them.
No. Hex.
That's the first shirt purchased. I like it.
She's like, screw that
Awesome.
I like the shirt. Thanks for buying my shirt, Ruby. I appreciate it.
They said thank you for buying the shirt.
No, I don't need to put it.
I want to wear it tomorrow.
Hey, just as long as she wears it the day I come down there to do the show, I'm cool with that.
The day they come down to do the show is when he wants her to wear it.
Touching Tara boob.
Hi, Tara. I am fucking loopy as hell right now.
I'm getting there because I started
He's
drinking.
loopy as hell right now.
Who's loopy as hell?
JP, he's been he's been taking pain meds and having a drink or two.
I just had a whole bottle of wine at my parents' house.
Did she say she what?
She said
She
just had a
said
whole
he
bottle of
sounds like
wine
Dad right
at
now.
her parents' house.
Oh, I thought she said she pooped her pants.
Good shot,
No,
Tara.
she's honing her inner Alex Payne by whispering everything.
Well, thanks for buying the shirt, Drew. It's much appreciated. And shit, that means I got revenue again.
Yes.
Get out there and buy my
Good.
shirts, guys.
See, if Raging Ink were a kid-friendly show, I'd make a kid shirt too. But
You could make it. You could make
I think it was just the logo of the show. Yeah.
This is why your time slot's a little later.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it's X-rated. It's R-rated up in this motherfucker.
Because
Do you not remember the Parabomb second edition?
I don't know why you gotta be mad at me.
That show was definitely R-rated.
Oh my god, she is fucking drinking. She's got to drive tomorrow. I'll be fine, trust me.
you know what's funny is you say that JP's show is more kid friendly, but what were we talking about for part?
I know.
Just saying.
Tara said
Well,
they had to
actually,
mute us
That's,
at.
to be fair, that's not his show. It's just on his channel. Technically, that's your show.
That's connected to his channel though.
But his show in general was just the general talk of wrestling and doing the live reactions. Typically, are not as dark as that. Why did
You just do your thing. You're fine.
she got a helmet on now?
Astronaut.
More like an astronaut.
Say it again. Astronaut.
We got.
Can you say hippopotamus?
We got almost as many.
Hippopotamus.
Whoa, she actually said it right.
What did she say?
She actually said say hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
Wow. It's been like hip hop anonymous or something.
Hippopotamus.
Hey, kiddo.
You say it better than JP now.
Hippopotamus. Hippopotamus.
Have another drink there, babe.
I am. Hippopotamus.
No, I see a belly. That's a belly I'm gonna tickle once we get there. I tickled that one last night.
There you go. Hippopotamus. I'm done.
Yeah, I would say so. But anyway.
Hippopotamus.
You actually spelled out what you said. That is impressive. I will say that. That is impressive.
Ow! I think I just broke my fucking left arm. Oh, shit.
Oh, dear God. This keeps up. I'm going to have to let him take over the show while I go smoke.
Oh, she hasn't done that.
No, I haven't. Because I've been in places where I can't smoke inside.
Well, she's going to have to go outside and smoke.
You're going to leave JP in charge of the show.
With you sitting there and trying to be the adult. Because he probably cannot adult anymore.
This is going to be a good time. Bitches.
You leave us two alone with this show,
Well,
you might
Bobbit's
have what
here
happened
too.
an hour ago happen.
Bobbit's here too.
Hey.
And there's Tara.
Shh.
It's...
I promise I won't be so loud. I'll be good. I get windows open.
I was going to say, I'm going to be right outside this window.
Just saying. Hey, Drew.
Is that Ruby?
Wink, wink. I'm
Yes.
just saying.
Upside down Ruby!
What are you doing?
She's trying to torture the child.
Hey, poopy happens.
You tell Tara
Ray
this is like
Janine
the
has now
opportune
turned it-
time to tickle her.
It's time to tickle her.
Who's tickling her? Go ahead.
Ray Janine has now turned into young and wearing pink.
Chauncey.
Uh-oh.
Chauncey. I have not taken. I'm good. I'm good. It's only 2 milligrams. It's not like. I'll be alright in the morning. I'm not going anywhere. But I'm not feeling any pain. Because that's the main problem. I'm hurting right now. And I promise I will not become a drug addict. Like,
Better not, I can't afford it.
I can't afford it either. So don't worry.
Wait, say it.
Don't worry about me, man. I am good to gizzo. Yes, it was, sir. It was prescribed. That's why it's only 2 milligrams. And I have Heather here to monitor. So,
I can point to Tara.
that was fucking weird. I can't. What'd she say?
Hello.
Hello!
Hi!
Hello, hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for buying my shirt.
Hi.
Thanks for buying my shirt.
You're welcome.
I greatly appreciate it. You're gonna have to wear it when I come down there.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
She's gonna
In an eight.
Night night.
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 We'll see you in a couple of weeks, actually.
See you in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
Here, take this. Good. Say goodnight to Daddy.
Good night, Dad.
Good night.
Piss off, Daddy. Good night. Fucker.
All right.
You gonna go
I am gonna go smoke because it's that time. There, I said it for you folks.
Drew, it's that time. That's usually what she says.
Yeah, actually, I usually say, "Oh, it's that time," but
Oh, you're good, Chauncey. I'm well taken care of. I'm not feeling any pain right when you come back. There'll be another beverage. Oh, would you take this out? So I'm taking over for Heather.
finish them.
Why don't I finish them?
There's still at least a sip left of you.
Give me that fucker then. Goddamn some bitch.
I got him, folks. That's all.
Oh, that's fucking god awful. Drew,
Go on.
bob it. So, what do you guys want to talk about? We don't want to talk about anything? We can sit here for 22 minutes and look at my ugly ass face. So, I think what she was trying. Oh my god. Jordy LaForge is here. Jordy LaForge.
The American blind ass.
Oh, that's another thing. If that motherfucker shows up at WrestleMania. But anyway, so let's stay on topic. At least try to. I don't understand why you would have to have a degree to try to sell something to somebody. I could understand having a degree to move up into management, or you know what I'm talking about, Drew, right?
Mhm.
How hard is it to sell? Did you ever see that movie Wolf of Wall Street?
I did not actually.
There's a part
just
at
seems-
the end where he says, "Sell me this pen."
Oh yeah. I
Some
actually had
people-
an interview.
Some people can do it, some people can't. Some people have that natural ability to do such a thing. Heather, I've never been in a bike shop with her, or in a clothing store with her. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure it will happen very soon. But I'm pretty sure that she has a knowledge of what clothing is in and what is not. She's with the trends as far as what she worked at Harley Davidson, so she would understand, hey, this is what bikers would wear today compared to what they would have worn 10 years ago. So she knows what's trending and what is not. I'm 45 fucking years old. I would still wear a pair of jeans and a fucking t-shirt, because that's what I wore growing up, and I see these kids wearing what they wear today, some of them, these skinny jeans. I mean skinny jeans where it probably takes them 2.5 hours to get on. You know what I'm talking about, right, Drew?
Right. Mhm. Mhm.
That's trending. That's what's trending. So it's all about knowledge of what your customer base would wear. I don't think you need a degree to do such a thing.
Am I okay to state my opinion on this?
Go ahead. I was actually done. I was just...
Okay. I waited for the silence, and I was like, I'm not sure if he's done or if he's collecting his next thought. But
Nope.
So some of you know that I used to work in the liquor industry, and I had spent many years there. putting in resumes to be a salesperson. I was basically what they call a merchandiser. You go down to the grocery store and you see the Coke guy chucking Coke on the shelf. That was what I did, but with liquor, beer, wine, that sort of thing. And I had many years' experience doing that. I knew how to merchandise. I even sold stuff to people. It wasn't even my responsibility to do that, but I'd be like, hey, you should try this. We brought it in recently. Just bullshitting with people. And I never made it past an interview. I never got offered a position in sales. But these kids coming fresh out of college had the degree, although the degree was not required. They had a degree. The only thing they knew about Captain Morgan was how much they could drink in one sitting. But yet they were entrusted to sell the product. Where I actually knew what the fuck was going on with it, how to merchandise it, where to put it on the shelf as per the recommendation from the company, so on and so forth. I knew all that shit. I was ready to roll. And they'd rather give it to guys or girls, but the cute little girl that just came out of college and the young kid who could work someone over, and it's like, but they're not keeping the integrity of the company. People are just looking at this as you're sending a bunch of party animals out to sell booze.
Have you ever gone to a bar?
Have I ever gone to a bar?
No.
We're gonna stop that.
What I was getting to, if you would have let me finish, I had to gather my thoughts. So before I open my mouth, I know you've been to a bar. I know you've been to several bars, but you've been in college towns, of course, and you've gone to a bar and you see kids drinking fucking Captain and Cokes, and that's all they fucking drink. The problem with kids today, and if there are kids in here, and I know there fucking are, like Aaron and fucking NG, and well, Chad's up there in age.
Yeah. Chad's around my age.
There's younger kids in the chat. They're like, well, I like Jameson. Jameson's the shit. All right.
Jameson will fuck you up.
It will, but I want you to sell me this Captain. And do you remember that thing? Sell me this pen.
Mm-hmm.
Sell me this pen. We're talking about how you know what's trending in the biker world and what's not, or whatever. So like we go to this clothing shop and it's like, you know what's trending for kids today or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you could do it. If you know what's trending and pay attention to what's trending, you can do it. I don't think the bachelor's degree, if they really wanted you to have a bachelor's degree, I believe, and this is what I believe, they should pay for you to go to school. This is where that free education comes in. They should at least give you some sort of scholarship to go to school. If they want you to fucking have a bachelor's degree to sell a fucking hot dog, they need to send you to school for 4 fucking years to learn how to fucking sell a hot dog, if that's what they want.
What I find bullshit about the whole sell me this thing, I mean, other than this being the logo for the Cold Bone Show, the thing that
you son of
pisses
a bitch.
The thing that pisses me off about the whole sell me this thing is that doesn't do anything. I don't, that's not how I sell stuff. I don't go to a store, walk into a cheese shop, and work some fucking wordplay or whatever the fuck they're looking for.
I think you're missing my point. I honestly...
I wasn't necessarily capitalizing on what you said. I was just further moving on with what I was thinking, but no, let's go ahead.
No, what he was trying to say is they can't do anything other than sit there and say, okay, yeah, this drink will get you fucked up. They can't tell you about the product.
They can't tell you, well, all right, without looking at Captain Morgan, and I'm sure you could, and I'm sure that if the kid has never drank I'll use Captain and Coke, because Captain and Coke is a popular drink. Let's say they drink Captain and Coke, and they're like, okay, I need you to sell, they come in there for an interview. tell me about this Jameson. Can you tell me anything about it without me giving you the bottle and having you look at it right now? Can you tell me how much alcohol is in one of these drinks without fucking looking it up on fucking Google?
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying? So
Right.
that right there it's a misconception. These high school kids, and I got into an argument on Twitter about this, and this morning somebody private DM me saying, why are you yelling at people? I'm going to tell you something, and I got something to rage on when she's done with whatever she's got to say. I literally have something to rage about fucking Twitter. But my whole point is I could sell you this bottle of beer, or this bottle of beer. I can sell you this bottle of beer, Drew. This is a bottle of beer, right here.
Or
Do you believe me?
if you want to go with a bottle.
So,
If you want the bottle, get the one that's not in aluminum. But yeah, I get what you're
I
saying.
could sell you on this bottle of Cherry Doctor. Not only can you just drink it straight out of the bottle, you can do it in normal shots. You can also do it as a drink. It's called a cherry bomb, where you can do a cherry bomb shot. There's many ways of doing this. I'll take fucking a case of that shit. You know how quickly that shit would sell? You say anything that has anything to do with an energy drink for a shot, done. With kids today.
So, I was actually going to take your point a step further.
Go ahead.
And so, even knowledge of the product is obviously important.
Yes.
But and again, I'm not knocking on degrees. Degrees are good. It's good to further your education. But I don't think it's necessary to sell product. I actually think that experience in the field goes a lot further for that particular job. And here's an example. When I go to a customer, obviously my intent, I don't drive to Wichita to help them cut cheese.
Of course.
Right.
I'm going to now. That might be what my customers asked me to do. That might be what I've aimed to do to further an agenda. But at the end of the day, my company's not paying me to cut cheese.
Right.
My company's paying me to sell cheese. And how do I sell cheese? Yes. Do I know the product? Yes. But I also have trust in my customer. What did I do for the last 30 minutes before we went live with Wrestling Memories? Do you recall?
Dude, I don't remember what I did 5 minutes ago.
I was sent photos from a deli manager who was not in charge of the cheese shop, has nothing knowledge about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the cheese steward was MIA and they needed their order placed. It's a high volume store.
Mhm.
He sent me pictures with the permission to order what you see fit based off of these pictures. Now, I wrote a small order for that store. I could have wrote a big one, but which would have helped my sales numbers this month. But is that what I'm trying to do? No.
No, you're trying to build customer
Trust.
base, trust in your customer. Yeah, no, and that's true.
So
I get
the
that.
next time I go there and they want to know what the new cheese is, what the hot selling cheese is, should I do this one or that one? They're going to trust me, and I'm going to give them the correct answer to the best of my ability.
Absolutely.
That's how you sell fucking product. It's not a fucking degree. It's not even product knowledge completely. It's obviously a great asset for me to be able to tell them what's selling. But there's no degree, and there's no level of classes and studies and tell me how to sell this. It's not tell you. I'll tell you how to sell this, but I'm going to tell you the story I just told you for the last 5 minutes. I'm not going to sell you this, if you know what I mean.
Have you ever, real quick, have you ever seen the movie Internship?
No.
With Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson?
Mm.
Okay, well, they were salesmen. I'm going to sales, in a sense, it's true, is going away because of the internet. The internet is taking over sales. You don't need a damn
There's Ruby.
you don't need a damn degree to go into sales anymore. If you want, well, you do. That's why they say you do, because it's all done on a fucking computer now, which is fine. So all you need, really, you don't even need to do that. You just need to pay attention to math. Get a fucking general studies bachelor's degree. You can get a job in sales. I know how to fucking do math. I know how to do fucking science. I know how to do fucking whatever. I know how to fucking talk to people. I'll take a sales class, but I'm not gonna fucking major in fucking, sales. So when you're looking for a job, and I believe exactly what you're saying, you don't need a bachelor's degree to be a salesman, but you don't have to have a degree in sales. You just have to have a bachelor's degree. If you pay attention to any application that you put in, you just need a bachelor's degree.
I could even go a little further with that and say that, and this might be an unpopular opinion to some people, especially my wife in the chat, but at least in sales, I almost think the 4 years of working on that degree, or 5 years, or however long it takes you, distracts from actually what you could be learning out in the field.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I took 2 years of Spanish in high school. I learned a hell of a lot more working overnights at McDonald's, where it was just me and 2 Spanish speakers.
There you go.
We were able to communicate 100% with each other by the time I was done working that shift with them. And 2 years of Spanish, yeah, I knew words. It got me started with talking to those people. But and when I say those people, I'm saying the people in the grill. I'm not saying anything like that. But had I not had that previous Spanish experience, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten to get the jump start at talking with them.
Uh-huh.
But I learned a hell of a lot more in a year of working with them than I learned in 2 years of Spanish class. Now, granted, it was 40 hours a week, but you know where I'm going. I don't need to take up the airtime.
Absolutely. I know exactly where you're going. And I'll tell you exactly the argument that I had on Twitter yesterday, real quick, and then I'll let Heather take over. Last night, or yesterday, I had an argument this girl put on Twitter. And give me my phone. I think I'll have you look it up. But I blocked the conversation. So in a sense, she put out there, she goes, I don't know why I have to, I be gotten shit to do.
Attendance should not be important in
Attendance
college.
should not be important in college. I be gotten shit to do. And I'm like, okay, well then drop the fuck out if you've be gotten shit to do. And you don't want to fucking sit in a fucking classroom and learn, you can fucking drop out so somebody else can sit in that seat that wants to fucking learn.
Sounds like she needs a sugar daddy.
Yeah, they start, whatever. But then they started, and that's half of them look like, because they showed a picture of her to Heather. And she's like, yeah, that's a sugar mama. But a sugar daddy girl. Actually, she was going to school to become a lawyer. I said, so what is so difficult about sitting in a classroom and learning? She goes, we literally do nothing but sit there and read books, and the teacher doesn't teach. Okay, you want to become a fucking lawyer, you're going to have to fucking read anyway, so I don't know why you're complaining. Because they're going to teach you how, they're going to teach you the law. They're not going to teach you how to be a lawyer. Be a lawyer.
They're going to teach you the law and help you how to interpret that law. That's it.
They're going to teach you the law. So, do you get where I'm saying? That's the argument that I had with this girl yesterday. I'm like, well, then drop the fuck out. Quit your fucking whining. And then I'm going to go... I'll get back to my Twitter story. Because there's an add-on to that, but I'm going to go grab a beverage, and she can sit here, and she can finish what she had to say, or you guys can continue the conversation.
Well, actually, what I have to say goes off of what Drew was saying.
I'm out of breath.
So then take your last sip and catch your breath.
I was hoping Chad was still here for that law is something that needs a degree. You need the studies on that. Now, that's not what makes a good lawyer.
No, making a good lawyer takes going to the courtrooms and watching procedures this way you can learn how you can keep your own pace within that case.
Let me correct what I said. I feel like I said that wrong. It's not solely the thing that makes a good lawyer. What separates a lawyer from a good lawyer is what you go out and learn. What your abilities, your natural ability to talk that game. There's shit lawyers out there that got past the bar and did a great job in school, but can't get anyone out of a parking ticket, you know? I guess that's kind of what I was getting at. I didn't want that to be misinterpreted, especially with Chad in the chat.
Yeah, as we saw.
Okay, I didn't know. Because I heard Drew say, I wish Chad was still here.
No, he said he was hoping Chad was still here, so you saw that he was. Okay. But to go off of what you were saying with the retail industry, my first actual job. I mean, I've had jobs since I was 13 years old. I'm not afraid to be out there working. That's not a problem for me. My first actual job was Harley Davidson. I knew fucking nothing about the product. I worked there in the clothing department for a year and a half. They put me in the parts department for a year and a half. I learned by asking questions and actually looking at the product. And then from there, I learned how to talk to the customer. And I learned how to fit that customer for what they liked. Because, you see, when it comes down to the retail industry and selling clothing, I think I have more experience in that because of the fact that I was not only selling for fashion, I was also selling for safety and for DOT laws. Because we sold helmets and we sold boots, which, for those who don't know and are interested in the chat that want to learn how to ride a motorcycle, to take the riding course, you need the ankle-high boots, you need full finger gloves, and you need a DOT approved helmet. So, but with all that being said, I think I further go past these fucking imbeciles working at Mandy's or Kohl's.
What the fuck's a Mandy's?
It's basically a teeny bopper clothing store in New York.
Oh, geez.
Well, I hope so called that.
Yes.
Okay.
And we had Mandy's, we had Vanilla Sky, we had Claire's.
So Chad actually seen the argument that I was having yesterday, so because Chad pays, I don't know, Chad stalking me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man.
Anyway, so with me having that kind of knowledge, I mean, I had to look for their comfort, their safety, their taste in styles, and all of that, because we had the issue of I don't want to be a walking billboard. And we did have clothing that didn't sit there and broadcast Harley Davidson on it. So I would lead them to that. Shut up.
I don't know if you heard what I said. I said I do. I'm sorry. I'm still feeling a little loopy.
So, because with the difference in the Harley Davidson clothing is you have the clothing that's like
no.
Harley Davidson all over the fucking place. So it's like your free advertisement for the company, which, number one, that's not working anymore, Harley. Wake the fuck up. And number two, we had the clothing that all of the logos were either very muted or there was just one small logo on, because we had the button-up shirts.
I mean, come on.
I would never work for Victoria's Secrets because they have nothing to fit my girls, so.
They'll fit mine.
Yeah, they'll fit yours, no problem.
I have girls. I do.
I think I need another drink. I haven't been drank enough to know what the hell's going on, apparently.
I was being sarcastic. I got man boobs. I could wear an A bra, I think. Maybe.
I'll
Possibly.
say about that. But me being in the D section, they don't have anything for me.
I could say something, but I'm not gonna. It'd be good. It wouldn't be bad.
What, you would hold them for me?
Well, of course I would. With my dick.
That's not very supportive.
You know, another job that you should have a degree for and a lot of fucking experience in the field.
What's that?
A writer for the WWE.
Oh, God. Well, hey, I'm a published author
Pizza?
now. So I'm a published author now, so maybe they'll take a look at me.
Just don't write soap opera.
Oh, fuck no.
No, you can do soap opera a little bit if you do it right. But there was shit back in the Attitude Era where there was some good soap opera writing that conveyed into good wrestling television.
I agree. We could go there, but I don't want to.
No, I know. I didn't mean to derail that, but
Another cheap.
but that's what I'm known for,
Wow,
apparently.
he's plugging his. What a dick.
No.
That's what I'm known for anymore. I derail fucking everything.
You're a fucking cunt.
But going back to now bringing on the conversation to the schooling part of it. I right now am taking the steps to get my high school diploma, which I know it's a shock to a lot of you out there, but I don't have my high school diploma. I don't have my high school diploma yet, so I'm working on that through an online school, getting that, and then hopefully from there I can go on to a higher degree if I can afford it. But it's the only option I had, considering when I was in high school I got sick. That's a problem, Drew. Your drink's broken.
What's MBYC?
My balls, your chin.
What are you trying to say, Merch? Huh? Some bitch? Talking shit? Motherfucker?
Well, considering he tagged Drew, I think he's talking shit to Drew.
Well, that'd be JP's balls, your chin. Motherfucker.
I think he's just saying. Sometimes he just states things to state them too.
Stay them to stay them, huh?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, there's been several times we've talked with Merge where he's just like, yeah, you know, blah blah blah, and you're like, okay, cool. And I'm not hating on him. I do the same shit. I'll just say random shit and just like, hey, just so you know that blah blah blah.
Yeah, but
I need another drink.
So fix yourself another drink while I go on with this.
Alright.
Yes, I would love to have more schooling, and yes, I would have liked to have done it before I hit my 30s.
well,
But unfortunately, that was not in the cards for me, so I'm doing it now.
I can get my teaching certificate. I have a bachelor's degree. I can get a teacher certificate. I can teach you.
So I'm learning online, so it's okay.
Yeah, but you can do it for free.
I'm already paying for this, so
You have fucking books. I have books.
yeah. Those are college books, though. I'm still trying to get my high school diploma.
It'll get you ready for college. Trust me, I can double down.
We can take care of that when the time comes. Right now, I need to finish high school while also giving you guys quality content, while also writing book number 2, which I know I told you last week I was going to tell you the title of the book, but I never got to it because of derailment. But another cheap plug for you, Drew.
Son of a bitch.
But the title for book number 2 is going to be The Rogue Dragon. Now, for those of you who have gotten the book already and read it, it's going to involve some of the same characters from the first book. That's all I'm going to tell you. Yeah.
Soccer and rugby.
Anyway,
Enjoying this argument.
I know you are, but I would love to have been that person to sit there and say, yeah, I have this degree already when I don't even have my high school diploma, but it shouldn't come down to that when it comes to getting a job.
No. And I totally agree with I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I totally agree with everything she is fucking saying, because if that's the case, no high school kid, because they don't have a fucking even a fucking degree, a high school diploma to say, yes, I have graduated from high school. If that's the case, no 16-year-old should be working for fucking McDonald's. That in itself is discrimination. If I'm wrong, somebody please tell me, but I don't think it is. Because somebody doesn't have a degree, especially if they're an equal opportunity employer, you don't have a degree to be a cook somewhere. That is discrimination. It's bullshit.
And I'm going to take this one step further here. If you've been to jail, you can get a job faster than I can as long as you have a degree.
And that has to do with the Huber law. It's bullshit.
That's what I have to deal with getting back into working in a new state.
You'll be fine.
I know.
Is that something new?
No. Well, in my state, I've never heard of it.
I know in New York, they cannot be overlooked just because they've been to jail.
I don't think that's true in any state.
In New York, it is.
They can't be overlooked, or they can be overlooked.
They can't.
I don't. It's the same here in Wisconsin. I think is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Back about 15 years ago, when I was hiring for McDonald's, I hired people that had a record. You know, the line that says, "Have you had a felony in the last 7 years?" I hired people with that. Not many, because they usually turn out to be shit interviews and just didn't seem worthy. But there were a couple that were really good, and they worked their ass off. And but when I interviewed them or I offered them the job, they would go, "Man, it has been so tough out there to find a job. I'm so happy making $7 an hour because no one will give you a fucking chance." So that's why I was asking whether this was something new, because it always sounded like to me that the struggle was real.
For a while there, it was indeed that if they had been to prison, they could not get a job somewhere, simply because of the fact, especially with New York, as I've said before, New York is an at-will state.
Right, you could be hired for any reason or fired for any reason.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's how Kansas and Missouri are both that way.
Yeah, but with that being said, with it being an at-will state, before that this thing was put in under the discrimination laws, because that's what it was. You were discriminating against their past.
And I didn't know. I'm just talking to Gina. You're fine.
Yeah. They could sit there and say, "Oh, you've been to jail just for stealing a loaf of bread? No, you can't work for us." And then these laws got put into place, and then they sat there and said, "Okay, well, we have to at least give you a shot."
I mean, I know for a fact that I can't get a job over at Piggly Wiggly's because I shoplifted a popcorn bubble gum from them when I was a little kid.
Well, that's different.
What?
Yeah.
As a little kid, you
Yep.
stole a bubble gum,
Yep.
and you can't work at a grocery store.
Just
Not-
Piggly Wiggly.
Just Piggly Wiggly.
That's what did you have, an 8-year-old felony on your record?
No, I didn't even get in trouble. They
Well,
took-
then how do they even know about it?
Because they took my name and wrote it down.
And well, then you did get in trouble for it because you got a record.
Yeah, but I didn't. The cops never showed up for anything.
He's on an in-store record.
That's what I mean. Yes.
Oh, it was at Piggly Wiggly that you did that.
Right.
Not that I'm trying to delve deep into it. I hope you don't mind sharing
Yes,
that, but
motherfuckers on the shoplifting.
So was I, so.
a fucking kid, gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I'll tell you, I hired someone who worked for McDonald's for 3 days when he was 14 and said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." And then as a 21-year-old came to me, and we were actually friends, and yeah, maybe I threw the friend card a little bit, but I knew the dude also, and I'm like, this is a legit dude. He's got a family, he's a legit dude. So I hired him. He became a fucking manager there. And I just never told them that he had worked there for 3 days several years earlier, because I knew they wouldn't have the records of it, first of all. And second of all, people change.
There's a story.
Anyways.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Heather needs to go ahead. I kind of took over there.
No, it's quite alright.
No, she was talking to me, brother. You're good. If you have something more to say, go ahead.
No, that was pretty much it. I just don't think something that happened as a child.
No.
I mean, now if you killed your parents or something, or you know, maybe you shouldn't be working for DFS.
There were
But,
times where I wanted to fucking kill my parents because they were stupid, but. And I'm just kidding. Mom, I love you. I'm just kidding.
I still don't think she's home yet.
Yeah, she is. She's in a...
But I think the action should fit the crime with the age. So a shoplifter at whatever age you were as a child should not affect someone in their 40s that are looking to work for Piggly Wiggly. Not that you've looked to work for Piggly Wiggly, but you know what I mean. You said that you're ineligible there. I think that's bullshit. Now, if you're a child molester, if you're a registered sex offender, you probably shouldn't be a teacher at a grade school. But there's nothing wrong with working in an office where you're making cold calls to businesses or something that doesn't involve children at all. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, totally.
That's what I'm getting at. I think there should be a little bit of common sense involved here instead of a blanket. You're a criminal, you can't ever work a job, and you're going to be living under a overpass the rest of your life.
Yep. That's wrong. That's wrong. And it's stupid. And just because you don't have a degree in something doesn't mean that you can't get a job somewhere.
Right.
Back to...
I just realized we went to two totally different ends of the spectrum in this conversation.
No, you're good. You're good.
But it all ties in.
Yes, pretty much. And I agree with you 100%, man. I do. Holy crap, I agree with Drew. And then that is the end of the show.
No, it's not.
For the record, I wasn't looking at the chat, so I didn't mean to steal Gina's take there. It just so happened that we had about the same point.
Exactly, but it also comes down to the fact of, you know, even grocery stores are asking for degrees, but of course they're not going to be serious about it. Because in New York, there was a store called Pathmark for many, many years, and they were bought out by A&W. Not the restaurant.
No?
Not the restaurant.
What restaurant?
A&W.
Okay.
And it actually ended up that they ended up going bankrupt because they started taking that whole you need a degree thing seriously. And my friend Jessica, who didn't finish college because she was just bored with all of the classes that she was taking that she felt she had to because of her parents, she just dropped out. And just so with that, she would have ended up losing her job. So, but I feel when it comes to stuff like retail, why in the world do you need experience? You get the best experience while being on the sales floor and learning that way. Which is what I did when I worked for Harley.
They sell ham at Piggly Wiggly? It's a fucking grocery store. Sorry, I interrupted.
Well, no, TSS said that I can't trust a store named Piggly Wiggly, and I said, well, if they sell ham, you can probably trust them in that. Pig, ham, whatever.
It's alright. Keep talking. You're good.
But it also brings me to my next topic, which is something Tara would have a lot to say about also, because she does it as well. And that's working from home. Which, that's something else I've been looking into. And a lot of the things I've found also are asking for experience. Or just sound like a flat out scam.
Whatever. You're a fucking liar. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. Go ahead. I just want to tell you people who were starting to forget.
Uh-huh.
Because it'll all come together. Go ahead.
So what is a person to do? I mean, yes, I have my book out there. It's selling copies, but that's not going to be something that lasts forever. I mean, since I published the book, I've only sold 5 copies thus far. I mean, I haven't checked it since I put it on Facebook and had my family members, which it took them a day to take notice of it. Which thanks, family. So I haven't seen how many more I've sold since then. Probably still 5 copies. But again, and cheap little plug for myself, you can find a link for the book in the description below.
That's not a cheap little plug, it's your show.
It's still a cheap
Way to go,
plug.
mods.
You're one of them, asshole. What are you talking about?
No shit.
I'm on the show, though. The ones that are sitting in front of their keyboard just hanging out.
But I also have the t-shirts for sale. I take donations, but of course it's not going to be something that's going to be viable forever. Eventually I'm going to need to find my own place, and for that I'm going to need a job. So that's the fun I've been having.
Well, she's good for right now.
I know.
Don't worry, I'm not going to kick her out on the street. I'm not a dick. If I have to, and we'll talk later.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I'm not gonna put her out on the street, people. I'm not gonna allow that. That'll never happen. Because then I'd look like a fucking douchebag, wouldn't I? Which I've been called a douchebag on Twitter. I was called a douchebag today. I'm a douchebag, everybody. Because I argued a point and it came across as me being a douchebag. Whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. Are you...
Nope, go ahead.
Alright, so I'm gonna hit 2 things real quick. One serious and one funny. I got a story about Piggly Wiggly. The store itself. It hasn't always been called Piggly Wiggly. You'll understand why it's funny in a minute. I'm gonna go to Twitter here real quick. Y'all know me. Okay? Y'all know that I can be abrasive. I can, when I disagree with something, you're gonna hear it. Am I right or am I wrong, Drew?
Welcome back to the Cold Bone Show.
Bob, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Good.
I know what you're talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah. So yeah. so here's the thing. If you put something on fucking Twitter, it is for the world to see. And if I see it and I disagree with it, I'm going to respond to it, especially if it's something so minuscule as fucking school. And Chad knows what I'm talking about. I've had 3 arguments with people in the last, Chad? Week and a half?
Mm-hmm.
2 of them with the same person, and 1 of them with a college student. Vito was... Whoop, I said his name. Whoops.
Sorry, I don't think he watches my show anyway.
I know. But he tried starting... He was in chat last night. I was waiting for that motherfucker to say something. He asked me a question about terrorists yesterday. Do you consider... And this is the question that he posed to me. Do you consider a white person a terrorist? And I'm like, as in... What are you asking? What's your point? He was trying to trigger me. I said, yes, if they're trying to kill somebody, then yes, they are considered a terrorist. Anybody that tries to hurt another person, to me, is considered a terrorist.
Right. Anyone who tries to incite terror
Is a terrorist.
That's the definition.
Is exactly my point.
It's not based on skin color or religion.
But anyway, I just the whole if you know me, if you and Heather knows because she sees my tweets all the fucking time. If somebody and Chad knows, if you see something, if I see something, you're gonna get a response out of me, especially if I disagree. If I agree with it, I'm gonna be like, I am all for that. But if I disagree with something, I'm going to say something, and if it turns into me having to defend myself, I will do it. Ask Chad. He knows what I'm talking about. Oh, boy. I'm getting to that, TSS. Oh, wait. But I just wanted to point that out. If you don't want shit put out on... If you don't want people to respond to you on Twitter, don't put it there. Don't put it on Twitter. Keep it to your fucking self and amongst your little fucking friends. I don't want to hear it. Because if I disagree with it, you're wasting my tax dollars, number one. Especially when it comes to college. Some of them are getting a free ride for no fucking reason. And Chad, I am assuming he is fighting tooth and nail to get his education. I mean, I had to fight tooth and nail for my education for 23 fucking years. But the point I'm trying to get across is if you don't want something on Twitter to be said about, don't put it there. It doesn't, if you don't want anybody to fucking respond to what you have to say, don't say anything. Don't say anything at all. That's all I wanted to talk about that. My Piggly Wiggly story. You all are gonna fucking lose it.
I love you, Gina.
Yes. That is true. So, the store across the street from me is called Piggly Wiggly. Gina, you're probably gonna lose your shit in about 2 seconds. Before the store was called Piggly Wiggly, well, let me rephrase this first. They have an insider card. A Piggly Wiggly insider card. Where you get points and, you get...
Like most stores with rewards points.
You get money off on items that you buy at the store.
Did you just say Piggly Wiggly inside her?
Yes. No, insider. Insider.
Inside her.
Piggly Wiggly insider card, right? Where you get items off on stuff. Or money off on stuff, and you get points where you get, right now I've got 3,300 points where I can get 11 cents a gallon cheaper, which I didn't get my card yesterday, but whatever. Yeah, there's a couple of people following. But anyway, so the store, now listen carefully, the store across the street, shut the fuck up, nobody's asking you.
Jesus Christ.
The store across the street used to be called Dick's. They had an insider card. The insider card was called the Dick's Insider Card. So when I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, I'm gonna lose my shit. When the store, yes, Rain, I am going there, and that is a true story. It was called a Dick's Insider Card, and my mom can vouch for it, my brother can vouch for it.
So in the store,
Changed over to Piggly Wiggly, they had still used the Dick's Insider Card. So I would say I would take the card out of my fucking wallet, hand it to her, and say, "Here's my Wiggly Dick's Insider Card." So that's where that goes. I'm sorry, that was just... Shut up. Fuck up. Just saying, man, that shit was funny. The Wiggly Dix Insider card. The Wiggly Dix Insider card. And that's before they transitioned over to the Piggly Wiggly Insider card.
Which is not any better.
It's not any better. Especially somebody named their dick Piggly.
You found me out.
I'm sorry, who pooped in your Cheerios?
Apparently that's what he named his.
No.
It is now.
I am so sorry, Tara.
But yeah, so on all serious note, if you don't want something put on Twitter and you don't want me to see it, you know I'm going to respond to it.
Challenge accepted.
If it's funny, I'm going to laugh and I'll respond. If it's serious and stupid and you want to be a dumbass on Twitter, I'm going to respond to it. I'll respond to the good stuff. Like a lot of wrestling stuff I respond to. Always with the Becky fans and the fucking Carmella fans, especially. You know that story. I'm okay with it. It's just, I mean, Twitter is there for people to interact. If you don't want people to respond to you, don't put it there. It's just that you're being a hypocrite. You're looking for a fight. So I got into an argument this morning with a fucking douchebag who called me a douchebag, telling me, why do you gotta be so mean on Twitter? Because your friend is a fucking dumbass for putting it on Twitter. If you don't want shit on Twitter, don't put it there. If you don't want people to respond to it. But I wasn't the only one that responded to it. So,
It just goes back to, folks, teach your children all about the internet and how fast a picture of them could spread.
that too.
I mean, I'm just saying. It's on the internet forever. You can delete it all you want.
It's there forever.
It's there forever.
Just as that girl that killed herself. When that whole internet bullying thing fucking campaign was going on.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember her fucking name.
Nobody can. That's the problem.
Emma, I think her name was Emma or something like that.
Emma?
Yeah, I can't remember. No, not that Emma. I'm being serious. For real. The girl literally killed herself because she was being bullied online.
And the sick part about it was the fucking kid's mother doing it, not even the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, really? First of all, you got a kid who's bullying, and then second of all, you gotta step up and take the kid's place. Yeah, you're teaching a kid real good value there. And it's just ridiculous what's going on these days.
Yes, Trekipedia. That is his new name. He actually changed it, and I'm glad, because that's what I call him. I call him the Trekipedia. The motherfucker has an answer for fucking everything.
And it's usually right.
Speaking of that,
he's Cliff Clavin, but he actually knows what the hell he's talking about.
Right? Speaking of that, tomorrow night I will be doing the trivia. Saturday, I don't know if I'm going to do a stream. That's the only thing I don't know.
It is disturbing, Gina. It's very disturbing.
But in lieu of your stream on Saturday, if you don't in fact do it, there is something they can do on Saturday.
They can go visit the Derailed Show.
Before that,
Fat Mouse Network.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We have already planned to call into the Foul Mouth Network on Insomniac.
Yeah, we're gonna call him.
Fucking put me on the spot, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna call into Ken. Well, I keep telling her you need to call in because you remember the whole thing where I fell out of the chair and on Monetize This, they had it when I fell out of the fucking chair and lost my shit, and fucking Drew's like, I hope he doesn't kill her.
Nah, joke.
Yeah, I want Ken to know that she is in good hands with Allstate.
Only Allstate.
No, she's in good hands with me.
You'll find your closest Allstate dealer in Hyde.
Hey, we have a town called Hyde. Don't laugh. It's not funny.
I'm not laughing because it wasn't funny.
Anyway, I want to touch on what Dan Rex said in the chat. I seem to recall you sending me a DM after one of my shows, and I had sat there and said that I was falling out of my bra. One of your first words to me were, I kept watching them all night and made sure that they didn't fall out for you. Excuse me?
That's my job, motherfucker.
No, it was before you even started watching my show.
Oh, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
So...
But yeah, whatever.
And actually, Dan Rex, it's not that weird.
They're boobs.
No, what he just said.
I don't know what you say.
This is the fastest my chat has ever moved. Holy shit, I love every one of you. He said, I'm weird, but not the weird you are describing.
No, that's normal.
It's just normal male behavior.
I stare at fucking boobs all the time.
He even grabs them once in a while.
I grabbed them like 5 times last night.
Exactly. Filling in for Bobbit?
I guess so. I just kind of came out. I didn't pull away from the mic quick enough.
Wait, what?
Never mind, Bobbit. Go back to sleep.
We know Gina. It's okay.
Oh, what? What
She
the
said he was-
fuck is going
I
on?
know he was Gina, but that was weird.
But it's normal. Don't feel bad. That just means that you're normal. What happened last night?
I don't know, Chia says.
I don't think you want the answer to that, TSS.
Nunya. It's Nunya, TSS. And Nunya stands for Nunya Business.
Saying all of the sleep. Get out of here.
So do you plan on giving me a heads up of what you plan on doing Saturday night?
Well, heads up is one way of looking at it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm meeting on Insomniac. Should I expect the worst?
No, we're just going to call in and say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, like we are here
Hi.
right now. Just calling to them. Yes, I'm still alive, motherfuckers. Leave me alone.
See, there you go. Tell Joe everything's okay. I'm well fed. But can you tell him to stop chaining me to the bed? I'm just kidding.
Whoa now.
I'm kidding.
Nobody needs to know about your sexual fetishes.
It has nothing to do with the sexual fetish. I was kidding. I don't. I take good care of her. I do. I make sure she's fed.
Wow, I can't tell if Heather's a horse or a trophy.
What? A horse?
Spell out that first word. Let's clarify here.
He said horse.
H-O-R-S-E.
Okay.
No. What
It's
I
like,
mean is,
feed her, I medicate her. I'm like,
no, I don't medicate her.
Well.
She can leave anytime she wants.
Eat the food, Tina.
Tina, you fat lord.
Of course, that dude used the word tater tot too, so maybe we shouldn't joke on that one. Huh?
You just said, Tina, you fat lard.
I didn't say that.
No, Bobbit did.
Bobbit did. Where to get your food, Tina, you fat lard?
Eat the ham, Tina. Gosh. Ugh.
I don't even know what it was that she had to want first time. It was like pork chops and stuffing or something. I don't fucking remember.
Oh gosh.
That bitch broke her fucking arm doing fucking sand dunes.
I have no clue what Chad is saying there. That is.
He thought the same thing you did when Bobbit sat there and said horse.
Yeah, she thought.
Oh, okay. What the fuck? I can't even follow that. And I'm on my second drink. Okay,
I've had
third.
3 shots.
I can assure you guys, she is well taken care of. She smiles every day. She's not fucking flipping her shit like she normally does on her Rage and Egg show. But
I kind of can't. Your mother would yell at me.
Well, what I mean, you're not mad all the time.
Well, if there's any doubt, we know where you live within like 4 houses now that you've told us what's across the street from you and what city you live in the same show.
Okay.
You might as well just dox yourself.
I already did.
Pretty much.
I've
I know
done
you
it
did,
numerous
but
times on my channel. I don't care.
But you'd also be doxing Heather at that point.
Now he would be, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you don't want me to say it anymore, just say so. Yes, you don't care.
Find me, motherfucker. If you make it all the way out here, you tried hard.
If it's that important to you.
I spent 19 hours on a train, motherfucker. You tried my ass. You try it.
Unless it's Gina, Dan, or myself, someone really made a hell of a trek to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think Gina's the closest.
Dan. I think Dan is.
He's in Iowa.
Where is he at? How far
Well,
Des Moines are you?
You've said that when you go to Iowa City, you could have lunch with him, if I'm not mistaken.
No. That's like an hour and a half away yet. It takes me about 2.5 hours to get there.
Right, and I thought he was like an hour or so from there. I mean, Iowa's not that big.
He was like an hour and 45 minutes to an hour.
How long
Can
did
you
it-
let me finish asking my question? Oh, fuck you, I'm not answering you then.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Wah wah.
when we went to Iowa for your job,
Iowa City.
yes, he was like 45 minutes away from where we were.
Yeah, it took me, 2.5 hours to get there.
Uh-huh.
It's going to take me about that long to get to fucking where Gina is.
I thought Gina was like 5 hours from you.
No. No, like 3.
All right. Well, I'm the furthest out of the 3 of us, so I don't have a dog in the
Yeah,
fight.
it'd take me 6.5 hours to get to you.
Yeah, which isn't too bad.
No.
I drive half of that to go to an account.
It's about a 5.5
Hey
hour
guys.
What's that, Bob?
Apparently Chauncey wants to hear about your sex life.
Oh my God, what?
I read it, Bobbit.
I must miss
Okay. So, have at it.
When did I talk about my sex life? Chauncey, if you don't like it, don't be here.
No, he's saying he wants to hear it.
I don't want to talk about what the fuck is wrong with you. Penis, 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 vagina, vagina, vagina.
So you've had 3 penises and
It is.
3 vaginas in your sex life. Okay, thank you for clarifying.
Go look at Pornhub.
You're on
You're
there?
not that flexible, Jesus
No.
Christ.
If it's that important for you to know about sex, go look at Pornhub. That's not where I was going with that, goddammit. I ain't gonna talk
Dick,
about
dick,
my
dick,
sex life.
vagina, vagina, vagina.
Penis, penis, vagina, vagina, vagina.
And then I saw Merge said he had something that he wanted to rage about, so if either Drew or Bobbit want to add him to the call.
I'm on it.
That would be great.
I got you. Oh, Drew, do you
There
have
you go.
it?
Race you, motherfucker.
There you
I'm
go,
gonna
Chauncey.
race
You
you,
can talk to
son of a
Cardinal.
Ask
bitch.
Cardinal about his sex life. He'll tell you all about it.
Oh, dear God.
All right. Merge is coming on, everyone. Pull the headsets off.
Okay, Drew, take your headset off. Weirdo. He said it in a nutshell, people. Non-existent.
Non-existent.
Good night, good night. Good night, Chauncey.
See you, Chauncey. Thanks for stopping by.
Too bad you didn't get penis, 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 vagina, 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 man.
If we want to talk about Sir Cardinal's sex life, let's go ahead and start.
Non-existent.
And we're done. All right,
Yeah,
next topic.
That's what he just said. In a nutshell, non-existent.
I want to say it, though. I gotta get that asshole of the year going.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Hey, Cardinal, you got some work to do. This motherfucker's a dick.
Well, please. All right. Hey, what's up, Merge?
Not much other than Bowflex, you said?
Oh my god.
But, no, sorry.
You should
no,
be,
actually-
you motherfucker.
well, Bobbit? No, I was what I was calling in about is you guys were talking about everything having to do with the why you need qualifications to work in supermarkets, and it sounded like Heather was raging. I was like, well, I've had quite a bit of shit to deal with at work, mainly having to do with something that Heather said just a minute ago about people that are, I think it had something to do with bullying or just somebody, an enabler, rather, something like that, right?
Yeah.
If I got it right?
Yeah.
Well, this isn't particularly bullying per se, but it is, as you guys know, I work with the special needs population, and so we happen to have a mom who, unfortunately, is one of those is a type of parent that I understand. I have a lot of friends who have children with special needs, and I understand advocating for your child because you should be their number one advocate.
Yes.
But the problem with this particular parent stems from the fact that she not only decided to lawyer up just in case, but the other problem is it's not even the lawyer. It's just the fact that she allows her son to do whatever the fuck he wants and talk back and be generally an asshole to everybody in sight, teachers or administrators notwithstanding, because according to her, he is special needs, which according to her, he is autistic, but he's been diagnosed as not being autistic, and he's about as, yes, he's hyperactive, yes, he has some issues, but one thing that was said to her more than once is having a disability, a learning disability, does not preclude having manners. And it just pisses me off that this mom is just basically enabling her son to be an ass.
See that's
Okay.
no,
Go ahead. Sorry.
with that goes along with what a shock jock said back in the day when all of this started coming out, that oh, you can't say that, that's wrong, you can't say that. He fucking sat there on the radio and said, maybe not every one of these kids is autistic, maybe they need to be told no.
Right. Exactly.
Actually,
and
his exact words were actually, or maybe your kid's just a freaking brat.
yeah, I mean, with this kid, I have been in the classroom with him. He flat out says, no, I don't have to. I don't want to. I don't have to, because me as a substitute teacher, he's flat out said, you're just the sub. To the teacher, he's basically he makes all kinds of rude and sexually suggestive comments, or he'll sing sexually suggestive, he'll basically sing anything by Pitbull in class. Doesn't matter who's there or not. And so it's to the point where, as I said, mom is basically taking his side to the extreme that, as I said, it's using the disability as a crutch, saying that, he is allowed to say and do whatever the fuck he wants, whenever the fuck he wants to.
This motherfucker is lucky he's not my kid, because he would fucking get a backhand and say, you know what? Go act like that.
Sorry.
Hey, March.
Sorry, I forgot. Well, that was an asshole that was in the street with a Harley. But anyway,
Mark,
yes.
I have one legitimate question for you, buddy.
Yes.
How is it teaching Drew in that class? Is it hard?
You said Drew?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew would be a cakewalk compared to this kid.
I'll get back to Cardinal later. What the fuck is going on here?
Nothing, Drew. Go back to your oblivious ignorance. Blissful ignorance, I should say.
You know what? If I want to go in for a hearing test once a week, I'll take a class with you. That way I could be deafened every week and have to go get a fucking hearing check, okay? If I want to spend a lot of money on fucking hearing aids, I'll take a class with you, motherfucker. What's going on?
Hey, I'll put it to you like this. I'm starting to think the louder fucking Merge is when he comes onto the calls, the more disability I'll get.
As long as you start with the
In that case, I've already developed one.
Fuck you, you cocksucker.
And I'm going.
And cucumber.
No, why? So, no, you know what? I know that he may be a special needs child, Merge,
Right.
but he's not the special needs that.
warrants a special needs class.
Yes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it does. Sorry, it does.
You're good. You're good. So, I mean, there are, and what I mean by he doesn't need to sit in a fucking classroom with special needs people that really need the help.
Because he's just going to distract and disrupt them.
Exactly. So somehow, some way, and don't take this the wrong way. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your school board. They need to fucking step up and say, look, your son doesn't fucking need this. Get him the fuck out of my classroom. If you don't want to fucking do it, we're going to transfer him to a different fucking school. And they can fucking deal with him. We don't want to deal with it anymore. Make up your mind. If they can take them to court, listen to me, they can take them to court. If they don't want to fucking do it. If they, they can say, well, they just don't want to teach. No, that's not the point. The kid is continuously distracting. And if this kid can repeat Pitbull, just continually fucking repeat and just annoy people, how is that? And I know what autism is. Don't think that I don't. I might be speaking out of turn here because Gina probably, I know that Bella, she has high level autism or whatever that's called. I'm not downgrading autism at any point here. If you are smart enough to understand what you are doing, you don't need to be in that situation. Does that make sense?
Well, you got to be careful with that because
I know.
It's not just the autistics. You also have the idiot savants, like somebody who could see a skyline, a New York City skyline, just once, and then just draw it from recreate it in a drawing.
I understand
from that.
That's Rain Man.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, and the thing with this kid, as I said, the infuriating part is he is in a class with he is a child with for all intents and purposes ADHD, and I get that.
That's learning that my niece has that. Paige, my niece.
Yeah.
You've seen her. She has it.
Yeah.
But she's not. I mean, she gets help, but she doesn't sit in a special needs class.
And they don't need.
Oh no. No, he's not in a special needs class. He's in a regular classroom with peers of his own age. The problem is, as I said, is that anything he basically says or does, Mom has defended tooth and nail, and now it's just to the point where I guess the most recent thing she said, and now we're going to take her to a T, is she wants basically any incident that's happened to be reported to her. So we're going to take her up on it. Because what happened is when they had the meeting for him a few days ago, she challenged the teacher because he made a really vulgar comment at his own teacher about her, basically speaking of sex life. And so when she confronted Mom during that meeting, I wasn't in the meeting, I just heard afterward. When she confronted the teacher and asked her, well, were you there? How do you know? And she's like, well, because he told me to my face. What else do you want?
Right.
So it's like from there on, it's like to this point, it got me to where I'm questioning, okay, what is he, not only, what has he been told by Mom? Basically, he's been told he's untouchable. But then what else, what is he exposed to at home that we're not aware of? Music, violence, sex, porn, you name it.
Well, that's on the parents.
Actually, Merge, what it sounds like is not a situation where she doesn't say no to him in a way that a normal parent would. It sounds to me like he has gotten his way so long because she was afraid of upsetting him, that now she's just afraid of what he can do or what he will do to her if she tells him no. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I've seen it before. It's a situation where the parent is afraid of the child and the child has now become the parent. And people have come into my store with their kids and they're just very quietly, please don't touch anything, please don't touch anything, and the kid goes to touch it anyway. And the parent's just sitting there like, can you please just put that down? They're actually afraid of their child.
No, this mom is just so anti everybody because she supposedly says that they came from a school district to our charter school, and she says that they didn't get any kind of service for her son before, so now she's making us take it on, and we have to deal with the aftermath of what she's raised. And of course, right now, the newest thing that's happened is she's now pregnant with I don't know if it's second or third child. So what I'm thinking is, now when that kid is born, now what happens? Which, if you bring it on yourself, you bring it on yourself. That's all I can think of. But as I said, I mean, when it comes down to what she has suggested that we do anytime he has any kind of an incident, we're going to take her up on it fully.
Right.
Yeah, which in this case, if I was the chairman of your school board, I would sit there and say, okay, now you can take him home and you can school him yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We cannot make you happy, and we cannot fulfill your wishes, so guess what? He's your problem now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got.
Well, I mean, that's a touchy situation.
Yeah.
I get it. Every kid deserves an education, but if he wants to sit there and be a little shit, I'd kick him out of my class. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between being disruptive and being disruptive and actually wanting to be there and learning. And yes, some of these kids today, there are kids out there that need the help. But when there's a kid being disruptive, and I don't care if they have a disability, you better have the proper, what's the word I'm looking for?
Documentation?
No. It's hard for me to explain. The proper,
Manners?
what did you say?
What'd you say, March?
Manners? Etiquette?
No, I'm not talking about the student. I'm talking about the teacher.
Oh, discipline?
No, not discipline. The proper education. There's a word out there for it, and I just
Curriculum?
can't think of it. No, it's fine. Education on how to handle a situation like that. And I'm not saying the teacher that you have doesn't. Otherwise, she wouldn't be where she is, right?
Right.
The proper experience.
There you go. Proper experience is another one. And how long has she been a teacher?
I believe about 5 years.
She's still new.
Yeah, still relatively new.
How long have you been a teacher?
A bit longer than that, about 7, 8 years.
And that's still.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But
You really don't know every kind of kid out there until about 10, 15 years.
There are those kids out there, and so what kind of, do you have a degree in education?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you just have a general degree in education, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a degree in
one particular subject.
I'm sure that you have to take classes on early childhood or I don't know what you have to do. I'd have to
for special needs.
Special needs. There you go. So I don't know what kind of training you would need in order to become a full-time special needs teacher.
Yeah, it's a full other thing. Yeah, I do.
It's really hard, and parents have got to understand, and I say this all the time, this is a problem with kids today. Their parents are not monitoring their children at all. And Drew, stop fucking laughing.
He's laughing at Cardinal.
I know he is. I know he is. I know you are. But I know Drew has a 3-year-old. So, Drew seems like the kind of parent that would be one of those people to say, no, that's not right. You can't do that if she steps out of line. Am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right. Probably more than I should at times, but you're
Okay.
right.
Well, you're just being a parent, though. That's the thing. You're just being a parent. Now, with my daughter, she had ADHD, and when she would get wound up and carrying on, and it took me, I had to learn patience with her, trying to get her to spell tree.
Mm-hmm.
Because she would get, it was like a 45-minute argument. Because I'd like, tree, spell tree. And it's a word that, tree is spelled T-R-E-E.
Yeah.
And she's like, T-R-E. And then I'd be like, and it turned into an argument. And I had her crying. I'm like, T-R-E-E, spell tree. T-R-E. No. T-R-E-E. Seriously. So it's like, parents have got, and I wasn't patient, and I had to learn patience with her because of what her problem was. And if the kid has ADHD, I have a child who has ADHD. I know what you're going through. That child, and I had to explain to my daughter, you don't have a disability. You really don't. You just need something to help you focus on what you're doing.
Your mind is going faster than you can control. So
Yes.
you need to help slow it down.
That kid needs, I don't think he needs meds. I think he needs a good swift kick in the ass. My daughter failed a class. I gave her a swift kick in the ass, and they said, you fail another class and you will never leave your room again. That kid was getting A's.
Yeah.
From here on out. ADHD is not a disability. It's an excuse. I have ADD. I don't use it. It's an excuse. I can say, oh, look, squirrel. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to be like, oh, look, squirrel, when something seriously happens.
Right.
I'm focused. Drew, you're such a dick. I'm sorry. I'm
Asshole of the
rambling.
year.
I'm rambling.
Asshole of the year.
I'm rambling, but
Wait, you trying to steal that from Cardinal?
Who's stealing what from who? I'm not stealing anything.
it's been
I'm
pointed.
Asshole of the
earning.
year?
I'm earning it.
I know
People keep
Tara.
talking about food.
Tara had something she wanted to say. She has this.
About the schooling, I think it was. And
The-
all of
Tara.
that. So Tara,
Tara's got something to say. Please jump into that because that's what we're talking about. Please,
Yeah.
please, don't be scared.
She's gonna get mad at me for this if she's not ready.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Why you gotta go there, man? That's fucked up.
there she is.
Hey, Tara. You're on mute.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Echoes.
I think she's watching us on the big screen.
I still haven't quite figured this stuff out yet.
Don't worry, you'll
You're
figure
fine.
it out. You're
So-
learning it.
I'm gonna go grab a beverage. I know that you had something that you wanted to say, Tara.
Oh my gosh, that was so long ago.
That's okay. We
No.
can bring the conversation back. That's perfectly
I
alright.
think it was on the conversation that we're on.
Not quite.
Well, it was about college.
Go ahead.
I've had a bottle of wine.
Yeah,
So-
I had a pill and a fucking beverage.
And a few shots.
Ooh. I can't remember what all we were talking about and what made me want to go back to that, but
I think it was when JP was mentioning the conversation he had about the college student who was complaining about attendance.
so here's the deal with college students is and attendance and all that good stuff is, sometimes you have in college, sometimes what they're doing is they're teaching you to learn how to teach yourself. And because at the end of the day, I unfortunately, fortunately for me, because I can survive it, but I live in the corporate world. I work for a large company that employs people all across the United States, and it's really easy to get lost. And what a college is doing is to set you up for success in the world, and I am constantly having to go out and teach myself new things to keep up with what's going on. So once you get into the college situation, you have to be thirsty for it. You have to want it. I don't care who's paying for it. I don't care what scholarship you have. I'm still paying on my college, and I'm just a graphic designer. But I consider it 100% one of the best investment. And I know Drew will probably go against me on this because he's. What is that? Did I say something wrong? No. Okay. Drew and I are on completely opposite sides of the spectrum because I went to college. I value what I learned. I value what I've got. I know this piece of paper has earned me what I have today. And Drew has worked hard to earn what he has done without that piece of paper, and I fully respect that as well. I think it can go both ways, but I will fully go be pushing Ruby towards the college setup. So, anyways,
I'm with you.
I just think whoever it was that you were talking about was not, like, mommy and daddy were paying for their education, and they do not fully value what they're going into.
That's exactly what I said to her, but I the way I said it was kind of wrong, but if I could remember, it's like, well, that's usually what happens. They try to teach you to teach yourself. Oh, wait, mommy and daddy are paying for your fucking education, so I guess I don't know why you're complaining.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, you don't know. I'm like, okay, well, I don't, so fucking elaborate instead of fucking whining and crying about it.
Right. Learn how to speak your truths. It's like how we're talking to Ruby at 3 years old. You can sit there and cry all you want, but we don't know what's wrong with you until you start using your words.
Right.
It's kind of like Sir Cardinal.
Drew Wilson.
You're such a dick.
Drew Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm earning it.
You're working for it tonight.
Aside from the Canuck who cries in the chat, but, you know.
I had 2 new followers. Somebody unfollowed me. Son of a bitches. I'm 1 follower away from passing.
We are tied on Twitter followers right now.
Fucking shit!
That's what you get for shitting on Becky Lynch fans.
Actually, they still follow me.
Unfortunately.
No, actually not, because we had a good conversation today.
Oh.
Don't.
Oh, it's okay.
No, I was telling you not to open it because he also said to the.
Oh,
The
no.
group, yes.
Bob it, you fucking cunt.
He finally saw the DM you sent him.
Uh-oh.
About time.
Bob has been sliding his DMs all night looking for some attention, huh?
Yeah, so I had an argument, and then this morning, this fucking kid named Evan, it's not the Evan Crew kid. It's not. I already fucking blocked his ass. I had an argument with him last week already. It was some Evan kid, a kid that probably is in, like, high school. He's like, and I just like muted the conversation. I was done with it. He was like, "Why? What gives you the right to fucking say something to somebody when they put something on Twitter?" I'm like, it's social media, number one. If you don't want somebody to respond to what you have to say, then don't put it there.
Correct.
Because I will respond to it, especially if I disagree with it. Because I love arguing with people that... And I'm not trolling people. I'm actually on there seeing what's going on in the wrestling world. So it's like, I'm seeing, you know... And I argue with Becky Lynch fans and Carmella fans just because it's funny. I'm getting a rise out of them. And then I see something political, I'm going to respond to it, especially if I don't agree with it. I'm going to respond with it. I'm going to. It's just me. It's just how I do. That's how I do. If you don't like what I have to say, don't listen to me. Just no-sell what I have to fucking say. Or don't put it on Twitter.
Either that or open up a conversation to try and change your mind.
Exactly.
Not an argument.
Don't just tell me that I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. Wrong about what? So I'll forget a conversation that we had like 10 minutes ago.
No joke, he's done it to me.
Huh?
See?
Just kidding.
Hey, Stephen German's in the chat.
Oh, good God. I'm just kidding. Hey, Steven, do not
Oh, no.
flip out on me.
Why do you have to keep talking about food in the chat? It's not fair.
Damn
Flip out on
Wait a
Tommy
minute.
again, though, please.
What the hell did I do to Steven German?
What?
He said, I want to call you out in a random rant. I'm like, what the fuck did I do?
Nothing.
Careful the
he
way
said,
he
"I like
owned
you, man."
Tommy.
I was talking to you, Steven German. Not Bobbitt. Me, this guy.
The drunk one sitting next to me.
Bobbitt, pay your rent.
I think somebody's got ADHD.
Careful. He owned Tommy. He'll own you, too.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry.
I didn't even do anything.
I am so scared of Steven. Did you see what I put in the fucking chat last night about that? I'm like, I was like, so every time Steven calls my show, it sounds like he's trying to plug in an amp to play a fucking guitar. And that wasn't a knock on, well, it was a knock on you, Steven. Did you get your shit fixed, by the way? Because if you did, then you can call into the show. But good lord, son. You're killing me with my ears. I love you, Steven. You really are. You're good shit.
That was great, though, on Monetize This. I'm glad he got his due on that. That was great.
Yeah, it was funny. Well, Ken played it last night.
Uh-huh. And the remix of it, too.
The remix. He played the remix. Which is funny.
Head neck, head neck, head neck.
What's with Stephen German here? I've just got to say, call in to Monetize This. You got your rant played. You got over. Now call in,
Yeah, don't be a fucking
especially if Tommy's on the call. Own it. Own it.
I got your back, brother. Because I was laying into Tommy on the chat last night. I think Drew, weren't you laying into him too?
Was I what?
Weren't you yelling at fucking Tommy in the chat last night?
Not really yelling at him, just telling him to let it go.
Oh yeah, to let it go.
Oh yeah, I was just I was telling him, legit. I was just like, fucking, because he was pissed off that Ken wouldn't take the call.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, get the fuck over it. You'll be on next week. We all get our shots. We all get our turns.
Actually,
It's
it'll be
fine.
2 weeks.
No, Ken's gonna be on next week.
Oh, did he?
Mm.
That's
Well, It was 2 weeks, and a week has already passed.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. I am so sorry.
No, I was just like, but
No, it's like,
it's like, come on, Tommy. Do you think we all get on every show every time? No.
There have been plenty of shows where I've tried calling in and nothing, even with just foul mouths.
right.
Not even the Himmel God gets on every show. Now, he may not be calling obsessively 72 times like a fucking mental patient, but the Himmel God does not get on every show. Now, he will get a chicken dinner with Jake and Joe, which was badass, but...
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm about done.
You?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing anymore.
I can tell. Bobby, was there anything you wanted to rant about?
Well, yeah, not really. Just, I had an okay day at work, so nothing major to rant about.
Okay.
You could rant on me about how I fucking ripped into you the last 2 fucking days with the fucking wrestling.
It's best that we don't even go there.
Well, actually, I'm gonna say this right now. The more I think about it, the more I will buy into the Daniel Bryan thing. As long as they do it the right fucking way.
Which they already kind of started.
Well, that's why I'm buying into it. It's got to be done the right fucking way. Please.
Oh,
do it
by the way, I didn't mention this before, but if you look at Kevin Owens' Twitter account, it now says Kevin Steen, so he's taking this fire storyline angle seriously, which is a good thing.
But that's WWE actually turning the corner and saying, we're going to do this the right fucking way.
For once in 10 years.
I have been waiting for this for, well, not 10 years. I've been waiting for this for like 3 years for them to fucking actually do it the right way. Go ahead, Drew.
They also removed their profiles from the roster on WWE.com.
Yep.
They're going full bore with it, which it feels like yesterday, but at the same time it feels like a million years ago.
Yeah.
That they did this.
So they're doing the Johnny Gargano angle on the main roster, is what they're doing. But they're coinciding with each other. Ciampa and Gargano have their own story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This story that they're telling on the main roster, if told right, would reinvigorate the main roster big time. Because there's only a 2-month story with this somewhere in there. Even though the Shane McMahon Kevin Owens thing has been going on since Hell in a Cell, but this story, if done right, and they're doing it the right way, because I don't even know if Gargano was taken off the roster on WWE.com.
I didn't look.
So I don't know. I think the little things, and I know you guys don't like JD, but he says the little details of everything that happens with WWE is key. If they start telling the right fucking story with what we want, I am all for this Daniel Bryan thing. Daniel Bryan's not going to be there next week. If he is, I'm done with the fucking story. He should be in a hospital bed with the same thing as fucking Shane McMahon. He is a broken man. He's in a hospital bed.
Leave it to JD to understand the little details.
But you know what I mean, Drew. Yes, you are correct. I don't like the way he fucking talks about people. Or talks about his fans, period. But the thing is, it is the little details. With the Kevin Owens removing their Twitter, changing their name, removing them from the roster. That is key. Because you know that now, if it's done right, they are going to show up on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown the week of WrestleMania. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to do the same thing as Johnny Gargano. This story has been going on for and long enough to where the story has already told itself, now to finish it. So, I can buy into that. I will be okay with it. That's all I'm saying. But they have to do it the right way. Still not buying the look of Matt Hardy. Bullshit.
Not Cardinal.
Well, it pissed me off when they did what they did with Brother Nero. How is he Brother Nero already? What happened? I know he came in as Jeff Hardy. He couldn't have just gone to Brother Nero just to go to Brother Nero. What happened?
Does it matter?
Kind of.
What happened to Senor Benjamin? Who is he?
Well, he's just,
Who's that chick with the big boobs that was playing the piano? Who the fuck is she?
well,
No, you cannot use that because of the fact that the week before on Monday Night Raw, Matt Hardy sat there and said Queen Rebecca and held up his son King Maxwell and said Lord Wolfgang.
Hold on a second.
Maxwell was on WWE last week?
Yes.
Yes. So
Okay, see, that's my disadvantage there.
So here's the thing. They didn't have to go through the lake of reincarnation. In all seriousness, they didn't have to go through the lake of reincarnation. Brother Nero did. That's where that story came from.
I am Brother Guerrero.
Well, we know that.
Here is what happened, JP. There's a deleted scene where Matt throws Jeff into the lake of reincarnation.
Well,
That's what happened.
Okay, but why would they delete that important part of the fucking story?
Because they
Remember,
didn't have time.
that's bullshit.
Yeah, because of time.
Bullshit. They had 20 fucking minutes.
Yeah, but
They could have done that. They could have done that during the fucking promos that they were fucking doing. Yes or no? The commercials I'm talking about during the show.
Oh, yeah.
Could have done it last week. Did they do it last week? No. They could have done it during the commercials. Did they do that? No. They didn't. They didn't. And
So,
that's where they fucked up. That's all I'm saying.
Go ahead, Drew.
Go ahead, Drew.
this is kind of a unique scenario because how often have we seen instances where a storyline from another company has interjected into a different company with the full rights? Aside from the WCW buyout, where have we seen this? So I feel like the line between what a WWE Universe fan only, that someone within the WWE Universe bubble would know versus a wrestling fan's knowledge bubble would contain, is there, how much are we supposed to know? Because with Brother Nero, I did watch the deletion, even though I didn't watch the show live. I found it on YouTube. I watched the deletion,
Okay.
and it was a brief 7-second scene with Brother Nero.
No.
Are we? What are they expecting out of us? And
Hold
maybe that's part of the problem, but what are they expecting out of us? Is the wrestling fan like you, me, and everyone else, I assume in the chat, I feel like we all know who the fuck Brother Nero is. So we get it. We saw him and we go, hey, it's Brother Nero, cheers, fucking A. But the casual WWE bubble fan, who are they catering to here?
You know,
Or was this a mixture of Matt's creative versus WWE's, and we're going to go here creative? You get what I'm going at here?
Okay, so this is where WWE fucked up. Who owns the rights to that gimmick?
Matt.
Okay.
Or
why
Matt and
won't-
Rabbi,
why
however
won't
you
they?
want to look at
Okay,
it.
so why won't they let him just say, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we, and I'm talking about Matt, Jeff, Rebby, and whoever has ideas in that fucking story. I mean, Jeremy Borash is fucking there. All he has to do is tell Vince, well, this is how we did it here. Here's what we can do. We need to tell this story of how Brother Nero becomes Brother Nero. We can't just have Brother Nero show up next to him saying he's got the whole world in his fucking hand. I could fucking
You totally
do that.
stole my line.
Well, that's what he did.
No, but this is the where you stole my line is the WWE writers have the whole world in their hands. So even though he may have creative control, you don't think that WWE is not sticking their own dick into the
Yes,
storyline?
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Drew, this goes back to when we first started with this whole Woken gimmick. What was the first words out of my mouth?
You'd have to refresh me.
What I said was, yes, Matt has creative control, but this is the WWE sitting there saying, yeah, you can do that, just
When-
not right now.
When we say you can.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah. So they're not letting them do what they could have done.
No, and I don't think they ever will. Even if someone has 100% full creative control, it's going to be 99.9. There's always going to be that one little.
Hold on, I got Davey. I understand that you're preaching to the fucking choir. It could have been a quick 1 minute. 1 minute. Brother Nero has a broken fucking clavicle or whatever the fuck he did, right? Throw him in the lake of reincarnation. Right?
And have him
'Cause
come out as what, Willow?
Did he not go woken, like, right after he fucking left? Did he not? I'm
Well,
talking about Jeff Hardy.
the character we saw on TV for 7 seconds was Brother Nero. That was not Jeff
No,
Hardy.
I'm not talking about this past Monday.
He's talking
I'm
about
talking
TNA.
about when. No, I'm talking about when WWE took Matt to the Woken gimmick. It was right after Jeff Hardy hurt himself. Remember? Yes.
Seemed a little bit out of desperation, but coincidental timing at the same time.
But you can say that when he went woken, they could have fucking played a segment, quick 1 minute segment, throwing him in the fucking lake. I know how Brother Nero became Brother Nero. He threw him in the lake of reincarnation. Yes?
Right.
There you
I'm
go.
agreed.
You don't need to fucking have a match between him and, I mean, yes, it would have been great. You don't have to have a match. How did he become Brother Nero again? Again. I'm saying again.
Because he came back to the WWE as Jeff Hardy.
Exactly.
We watched Matt Hardy go through the stages of becoming broken by losing match after match after match, and then finally he just had enough.
And said,
and
fine, I'm
delete
Brother Nero.
and all of that. And became Woken Matt Hardy.
He's obsolete, but I know what you're saying.
Assume for a moment that I'm one of those people that are stuck within the WWE bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck was that old guy with the shovel?
Well, that's Senor Benjamin.
How do I know that?
That's Rebby Hardy's dad.
How do I know that? I only watch WWE. How do I know that?
Well,
He
she's been
explains
tweeting. She's been tweeting with him.
No. I don't do internet. I only watch USA Network on Monday and Tuesday nights.
Well, then
How do I know who that is?
If you gotta pay attention to what's going on with the story. I mean, the
Why
whole
was there a fucking drone flying around? Who what's that?
See, you're
What's that have to do with
talking.
it?
I get you're talking as a casual because that's all casuals do, and they are
Right.
on the internet. If they don't pay attention to what's fucking going on, that's on them.
But you're sitting here saying, why the fuck was Jeff Hardy having his eyes rolling in the back of his head and looked all dark and everything?
No, that's just
And I wouldn't know that's Brother Nero. I'm saying, hey, Jeff Hardy looked really fucking weird. How am I supposed to understand that?
Well, how do
Well,
you know
again.
how do you know it's Brother Nero? They didn't say it was.
I don't know. I'm telling you that's Jeff Hardy and looked really fucking dark. What was that?
Well, I guarantee it, they're going to come out and say Brother Nero. You got to pay attention to what's going on.
My point is, you were saying you were crapping on the fact that Jeff Hardy was dressed as Brother Nero, but I don't even know who the fuck Senor Benjamin is if I'm a casual.
But again, this all goes back to what we were saying. Why is there no explanation for anything that's going on?
See what I'm saying?
Right.
That-
And you
it's
know
a
me,
big
I'm
circle.
devil's advocate. I'm devil's advocate.
You're not
Just
even playing
throwing-
devil's advocate. You're actually agreeing with us.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
the casual has no fucking clue what's going on. Whereas us, who have known the gimmick for a while, are wondering, okay, we got the story.
It needs
Explaining-
to be explained.
We got the story explaining why Matt became broken. Why is it Jeff all of a sudden just goes away because he's injured, and then all of a sudden, right away he comes back and he's Brother Nero? What?
You and I know who Brother Nero is. How did he become? Because as people, as the casual knows him, is Jeff Hardy. He didn't have the glossed over eyes, but now he does. I don't understand. People, it needs to be explained as to how he became who he was. If a casual fan who has never seen TNA is not gonna fucking understand what the fuck is going on, this is why this gimmick is not making any sense. I'm
Hey,
actually
JP.
playing that person as a casual, saying I don't understand why in the fuck they didn't just fucking do it.
Hey, JP.
Yes.
Gino put in the
I just
chat.
pointed
He
it
was
out
in
to
a.
Bob it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I did not. I
Sorry.
have not seen that.
But even if that, the whole thing I was saying was, I only watch WWE television, so how would I know that?
Well,
They're
But that's
supposed
what
to.
we're saying
The
also.
last
we're saying that's
right.
what I'm
No,
saying.
I know. I'm playing devil's advocate a little differently than I usually do. I'm kind of agreeing with you, but I'm furthering the point. Is how are we? If I'm the regular WWE idiot watcher, how do I know what the fuck's going on? You know, you can throw it on Twitter all you want, in that, but they should have
read it.
had a build for the last 2
Let's
months
go back and watch it.
of this is what Broken Matt is. Instead of having him playing chess with the fucking goldfish and squirting his cum on Vince Lombardi's statue, why not have
Thanks, Gina. By the way.
an explanation of what the fuck he's here for? Yeah, the Great War. Okay, there's going to be a deletion, but why? What does this mean? What's this fucking drone? What's the old dude with the shovel? What's my brother doing with his eyes fucking glassed over?
Okay, so hold on. Gina said that in a Twitter promo they explained it, and if you and you can't sit here and say, and if you're not paying attention to what's going, you don't have internet or anything like that, I understand. Then you're just a casual. You're just going to be that person that's just not going to be in the know. That's just the way it is. Gina did explain, and I really do thank you. I'll have to go back and watch it. I didn't know, because I do have a job. I don't have. If I would have known that they would have fucking had a promo on Twitter saying that they wheelchaired Jeff Hardy, Matt wheelchaired Jeff Hardy to the Lake of Reincarnation and dumped him in the lake, I would have been okay with that. That explains to me, oh, this is how he became Brother Nero. I'm good with that. When it comes to Senor Benjamin, they were just thrown into the story. It wasn't even explained in TNA. They just became followers of Jeff Hardy or Matt Hardy. That was it. He brainwashed them. I am assuming.
And also to get to the point and try to end this show, because it's Raging Inc., not wrestling talk, but...
Sorry.
My fault again.
Hey, almost a full hour of the two of you just wrestling talk. When I tried to end this tour. But anyway.
I'll go and watch it.
It also comes to the point of this. I follow the WWE on Twitter. I didn't see that post because of my Twitter timeline. So the fact that the WWE counted on people to see every single person that they are being followed by, to see that on their timelines and actually watch it, says a lot about them and how they think a storyline is going to be continued through social media.
Yeah. I follow the WWE as well. I didn't see it. You know how in depth I get, and the questions that I was asking. I didn't know that had taken place. Otherwise, I would have been all over it.
Exactly.
Because I follow Matt Hardy. I didn't see it. And it's okay. It's not a big deal. I'll go back and watch it. Now that I know that it's been explained, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with it. But I still wasn't happy with the match itself. But that's just WWE doing their thing. They're turning the corner on some things and they're failing on others.
Again, Davey, this is a conversation you can pick up on JP's show.
Absolutely.
Again, Wrestling Talk, save it for his show because that's all of his content. I don't want to take any content away from him.
I don't want to take any content away from her.
So, with that being said, I am going to end it here, folks. Again, don't forget, down in the description below, there is the link for my t-shirts, well, my Teespring store, my books, my book on sale, and of course, if you want to make a last-minute donation, go right ahead. Here's free bobs for you, too. Just to help end the show on a high note.
Well, it's not like it was being. I was actually on a high note. It was a good show. We did really good.
So for that, we all thank you. I hope you all have a great night, and we shall see you very, very soon.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yes, on JP's channel, we'll be doing the trivia night again for every one of you. Don't know when we're going to have time to actually research all the questions.
When we get up there, we'll
yeah.
do it.
Bob.
She can't end the stream. She wants to look at Baba's boobs. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Well, they're bigger than mine.
Oh, whatever. I love you guys. I really do. Again, most of y'all over here Bobbitt's working on that.
Yes. Anyway. You know how to find Bobbitt. You know how to find Drew, who is going to also be well, you'll see. Check out Saturday night. Insomniac shall be quite interesting.
Yep.
You can say it. We have to go ahead. Just say it.
Alright, so he will be a co-host on Insomniac with the Foulmouth Network this Saturday.
Congratulations, Drew.
And then following...
Thank you.
And then following that, he's going to have his own show called Derailed, where JP and I will possibly be on there hosting with him, as well as several others that are both here in the chat and on the call with us as well. Actually, there's one more thing I've got to do.
My balls, your chin.
No. Actually, we'll go here. Oh, you'll see. Because... no, don't worry.
What did I do?
Not you. Where did I put it?
I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about? Bear with her.
Yes, because another person who's on the call with us has done something very special. And I think this is it. There we go.
Oh, who fucking did that? Oh, fucking A. Who did that shit?
That was Tara.
Oh, Tara. I so appreciate that. You don't know what that fucking means to me. This will be my new fucking thumbnail for, not thumbnail, but will be my new logo. I've been looking for this and looking for this and looking for this. Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much, Tara. I so appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You
I'm
did
glad
not.
I could do it.
You did not have to do that.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I was so happy to do it. I was glad that Heather reached out.
Oh, you don't know what this means to me, and I'm drunk, but you don't know what this means to me. No, seriously.
Even I've been going crazy looking for it after doing his shirts and mugs on Teespring with that logo. Almost exactly like that, too. So it's a fucking awesome job there, Tara.
You will be getting a shout out every fucking week.
Well, thank you. I basically just took whatever it was that Heather did on Teespring and I digitized it, basically. I mean, it was already digitized, but I was able to make it into a editable logo. So there you go.
Pop it so good. I so appreciate. Oh my god, that. I'm gonna cry, and I don't cry.
This is the first time. We've worked on this a while ago. I didn't realize this was the first time you've seen it.
Yes.
I wanted to show him Monday, but things got sidetracked, so I had to show it to him tonight.
Cool. Well, good.
A lot of different discussions going on with the show. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm blown away. I so appreciate it. You are a godsend.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm happy to help however I can for anyone who needs it. So.
I appreciate it. And unlike your husband, who's a dick.
It's an asshole. Get it right.
You're a dick.
Asshole of the year.
You're a dick.
Let's be honest. You're a little
No, but
bit.
I sincerely, oh my god, I swear to God, that means like tons to me. I don't know if I could ever repay you for what you just did. That means a lot.
You're very welcome. Anything else you need, just let me know. I'm here.
I appreciate that.
Sure.
I gotta chill.
Okay. Again, thank you. I don't know what else to say. I'm done.
Okay, with that being said, folks, actually, Tara, if you want to put out your email there so that if anybody wants to reach out to you.
It's up to you.
Do you want me to put it in the chat? I don't know how to do it.
You can, or you can say it. Either one.
I mean, I was not prepared. 41graphics@gmail.com. FORTY graphics@gmail.com.
And if they want to catch it and they have to rewrite it down, they can stream it back. That's all they gotta do.
Or just DM me on Twitter. I'm pretty easy to find. I mean, anywhere Drew is, I'm there too. So. I don't know that necessarily that's who I need to be associated with, but that's,
No,
I guess I'm married to him, right?
You're married and you have to live with him, but that doesn't mean you have to associate with him. You can just associate with us. That's all.
Well, you can associate with her. No, I'm just kidding. Tara, I sincerely appreciate it. That was so awesome.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And also, don't forget, after Foul Mouth goes off the air, our buddy Bobbit here does the Foul Mouth wrap-up show, which he uploads and usually anywhere between very late Saturday night or very early Sunday morning is when it pops up. So definitely go give that a check out. Give it a like. Share it out there to get it as many views as you can possibly get it. So with that, I say good night, folks.
Night, guys. Thank you, Tara.
You're welcome. Night, night, guys.
Cheers.